No one's here yet because I just signed on, but people will be in shortly. Be right back. Hey, George. Had someone come to the door. Had to check it. So, starting early this time, and I'm a little out of breath. Just moving around that much makes me out of breath these days. Fucking COVID. So, we're going to, first thing I want to show is this. His intro to his, that he's got airing today.
Some of those citations.
Oh, hold on. Got the sound not right. I just got up. So, still kind of waking up. That should do it.
For you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Cherry pick
Cherry
away.
pick. It's not cherry picking. It's just simply.
Oh, you're totally gonna cherry pick. I mean,
That isn't it. Hold on. First thing I wanted to show was this.
Gap Kids, the popular children's clothing store, rolled out a new line of apparel this week that's sure to be the must-have fashion trend for the under 10 set. Brian Scott has the story.
It's a simple idea, a line of clothing sewn by children, some as young as 6 years old, halfway around the world. Gap calls this innovation for kids, by kids.
All across the world, kids love Gap clothes, whether they're making them or wearing them.
Kids love the garments.
I saved my own money and I'm going to buy it with my own allowance. I think I like them because they're kids making them.
Like, it's like having a pen pal because, like, on the back there's sometimes these tags and they say, like, cute stuff, like, be my friend and stuff.
Parents like the positive message.
The Gap clothes really show what kids can accomplish with a little hard work.
These kids really do love what they're doing. They
Tiny
are
Hands
thrilled
collection.
to work from sun up to sundown without even stopping to eat.
We try to get some footage of the Malaysian Gap factory where the kids work, but plant management has a strict no adults allowed policy. Brian Scott, Onion News Network.
Thanks, Brian.
Oh my God! Way to spin it. See, that's how you spin. That's how you spin. Love the Onion. Fucking love them. But let's see. When hold on. Yeah, I'm printing something right now. Just wanted to check on it. So this is Flatzoid's intro.
If we have mean sea level, can you bring
Now
the
I noticed something here. Why is that so? Oh, it's vertical.
definition of mean sea level, please?
No.
Why not?
You should come prepared. If you don't know the definition of sea level, I'll give you a moment to Google it.
I can tell you.
Well, then go right ahead and do it.
No part higher or other. It is the
No part higher or lower. Catch that? No part higher or lower, which is the adjective of level. It's not sea level. That's the adjective of level.
Mean sea level as in 0 horizontal,
No.
based from one side or the other, based on the topography. Yeah.
Nobody says anything about horizontal. It's the mean level of the surface. It's the
Right.
datum of the surface. So, for example.
So he shows the noun and not the adjective, right? More dishonesty from this piece of shit.
Well, if you have a sphere like this, the surface is all sea level, and the distance above sea level doesn't change no matter where you are, as long as it's the same distance above sea level. So, you can try and claim that that's horizontal to go along with your belief system. However, that's just simply not the case.
Right. So let's see what they said at first, because Flatzoid tends to confuse like sea level with mean sea level and sea level with level.
If we have mean sea level, can you bring the definition up for me?
Oh, mean sea level. Okay.
Mean sea level, please.
No.
Why not?
You should come prepared.
Anyway, I started early so I could show some other videos before this starts this morning. So this starts in an hour, and wanted to do some stuff, sort of catch up. And it's got a bunch of people. Let's see. Let's bring this up here. This is Jaron just posted this morning. What is water?
Let's just talk about a few things real quick.
Yeah.
That I think is very interesting.
Hold on.
And I don't think enough of us think about it.
Hold on.
So, think about water.
Yeah, see, this is why I gotta keep an eye on shit. Is that last one gonna work? What are we looking at? I gotta cancel some of these out here. See how they're not, see how it's not, see how it's screwed up? That is that one, that can be canceled. I could just let it go. 124 layers, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna cancel that. I'll print it later. Yeah, see that? Not good. Not good. So, that's what happens when pieces come off the build plate.
And what you know about it, like, first off, where in the Bible does God...
See, there's your first problem, buddy. You're looking to the Bible for science.
Create water. Well, he doesn't. There's no creation moment of God creating water. Okay? God separated the waters from the waters, but the assumption may be that water was always here. Okay? That's just one thing. I'm not saying anything definitive, and I'm not looking for people to come back and say, oh no, but the Hebrew, I don't care. I'm just saying, in general, let's think about what water does. And what, isn't it weird that when you were a kid, maybe still today.
Isn't it weird that you've got a video entitled, What is Water? That's weird.
You know how you flip a coin or you throw a coin into a fountain to make a wish? Kind of weird. Who came up with that, right? So why would you wish on water? Why would you throw a coin in a fountain, wish on water? Just something to think about. We know that God is in us and all around us. Isn't water in us and all
no, we don't know that. That's a myth.
Around us? The answer, of course, is yes. Okay? You've heard as above, so below. right? Well, we know that there's waters above. We know that there's primary waters below.
We know there's clouds.
How about that? As above, so below.
How about that? How about that? That's the true mark of a fucking con man, of someone who's bullshitting you. How about that? Do you believe that?
We know that God separated the water from the waters. And people have kind of always wondered, what does that mean? Is there water up above it? Well, yeah, there's water everywhere. And look, what do we have? He separated the waters from the waters. So we know that God is above us and below us. Okay? How about Jesus walked on water? Strange.
Another myth. Humans can't walk on water. Sorry.
Okay? So water's got some, definitely it's all over, it's spiritual, it's appears in the Bible more than prayer, more than a bunch of other words. When the water falls from the sky, it's kind of dying to give us life. It falls to the ground, it gets seeped into the ground, and then what happens? It's resurrected. It's resurrected as part of the water cycle, and it ascends to heaven.
No, water doesn't die or get resurrected or reborn or anything, you dumb motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about, Jaron?
Where it will save us again in the future, okay? We've got, it's life-giving. You cannot be alive without water. Not you, not me, not any animal, not any plant. So nothing on Earth exists without what? Water.
Yeah, that's chemistry.
Okay. Could
Biology.
Life be a test to see exactly if we can learn to flow like water, right?
No, it couldn't be. Just because you're made of water doesn't mean you can flow like water. Jesus fucking Christ. So what? He thinks we're in the process of evolving into liquid? Into fluid?
Water gives life to others. Water refreshes their thirst. Water refreshes their spirit. It quenches their thirst.
No, that refreshes your spirit? What, makes you feel better? Jesus fucking Christ, this guy.
Are we supposed to move freely and act like water? Just a thought. Again, it may be blasphemous to you. Unfortunately, blasphemy only is a crime for people who are in the same religion as you, not me. Where in the Bible? Oh, I talked about that. The atmosphere being water, yes. Okay, now.
No, blasphemy is language against a religion. Doesn't have to be the same religion as you.
I want to talk a little bit about primary water, which is, I think, Dave Weiss does a good job talking.
Yeah, be like water, my friend. I do a lousy Bruce Lee impersonation.
About Gaddafi and what happened over there. But really, here's the insane thing about...
What? What? Gaddafi? What the fuck are you talking about?
Talk a little bit about primary water, which is, I think, Dave Weiss does a good job talking about Gaddafi and what happened over there. But really, here's the insane thing about primary waters.
What the fuck does Gaddafi have to do with water?
Science ignores the fact that...
Other than there's very little of it where he lives. What the fuck is he talking about?
And I guess it's because of big business.
And why is he citing David Weiss for anything?
I mean, I'm learning now that science is,
Hey, Brenda. Hey, Lisa. Hey, George.
Involved in this whole process because they need funding, and so I could see that happening. But think of all the money that's made from the existing paradigm of water being scarce. Correct? Tons of water, tons of money being made. Even though water exists below everybody's feet and not very deep, a couple 100 feet. We're not talking miles down. We're talking.
Not in the desert. You could dig yards down in the desert and still not find water. I don't think you understand how water works, man.
A couple 100 feet.
Jesus.
But there's this scarcity of water problem that causes water treatment, transportation, distribution, bottling, collecting.
I mean, he wrote this, and he actually looked at it and said, yeah, this is smart. This is intelligent.
Cleaning, recycling.
This sounds philosophical.
Recycling, sewer. So there's a whole infrastructure that goes into the idea of scarce water. You need to take your shit. We need to rush it to the treatment plant, put a bunch of chemicals in it, and then we give it back to families as drinking water. If you think I'm kidding about that, that's the truth.
Yeah, that's how we purify water. That's how we purify water, or make water drinkable. Yes, chemicals are involved. Water's a chemical. Did you know that, Jaron? Water is a chemical.
Hate to tell you.
Known by many names, like hydric acid is one name it's gone by.
Your shit and piss and shower water, what do you think? It goes out to the ocean? No. It goes back to the treatment plant where they put chemicals in it to get rid of it. Straight.
So let me guess, he's going to say something about NASA on the ISS where they recycle their own urine. You think that's coming?
It a couple times, treat it, and then send it right back to your house. Okay. Now that's why I just.
Yes, they have a guy that comes and picks up your water and treats it and brings it back to you. Yeah, that's how plumbing works, Jaron. I mean, what the fuck?
Still my water, because it is truly the best water that you can have, because all distilling is a boiling, basically boils your tap water, and only the good actual water goes up as steam and comes.
The good actual water?
Through the piping out as steam, where the rest of the water dissipates into what looks like.
The rest of the water. See, the actual water goes up as steam, and the rest of the water. What the fuck, man? You don't even know how distillation works? Fuck me.
Cocaine. It's like white bath salts, which is probably fluoride. We're going to get into that a little bit too. So science hides the fact that we actually have water being created.
Oh my
in
God.
the Earth. Okay, now the reason they can't do that is because they have this whole story, right? That the Earth was like getting hit by rocks and gas, but they say the water came from the aliens or something, right? Water came from the outside, a meteor or something, which is just stupid. But that's what they want you to believe.
You're stupid.
Speaking of that, it's so crazy that there's so many synchronicities. Today, Dave Weiss sent me the video of... No, it was the app video. The app video was insane. It's like, what timing? As I'm learning about... Oh, and by the way, let's just get into something else. So within the last couple of days, I've pretty much have proven to me. I don't care what you think or whether it's proven to you.
No, proven to him.
To me, remote viewing is true.
Okay, you silly man. Remote viewing, psychic powers.
Okay, there is something to it. It's a literal impossibility that the people who did my remote viewing session could have drawn the things that they drew without at least seeing some part of what I was thinking. It happened both with the first time and the second time, and the way they just...
He had a remote viewing session? See, simple minds are easy to fool, Jaron.
Describe things the second time would have never worked for the first time, and vice versa. So how is that possible? If you don't believe it, I suggest you watch those two videos, and we're going to do it again, and I'm actually going to give it a try myself because I think it's amazing. And here's what we're going to get into. Dr. Emoto proved...
No, he didn't, dipshit. No, water doesn't have a memory, moron. I know exactly what he's talking about. Water doesn't have a memory. Water isn't sentient. It doesn't have an emotion. It can't record anything.
That water has a memory.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So what they...
No, it doesn't, because it's bullshit. That's why it doesn't make any sense. Yes, water memory was debunked a long time ago. But no, this motherfucker will push it as long as it connects in with his grift.
They did is like gave a little bit of medicine to, or diluted a little bit of medicine in a whole bunch of water. And
oh, you mean they changed the chemical structure of water so that it would crystallize in a different way?
Then gave a big dose of this medicine to other patients. And what they found was there is no change. So what happens is, since there's a little bit of medicine in that water, it communicates to the whole water.
No, water can't communicate. It's water.
Medicine. It's insane to think about. Start to think about the implications there. Maybe if we said prayers in some way, or we collectively, and here's something I want to do, and I don't know who else we can get to do it. I don't think us watching this channel is enough. But what if we came up with a day like September 1st? Everyone says their intentions, their hopes of what we hope happens to the cabal, what we hope happens to Klaus Schwab, what we
cabal
hope happens to his what is his little gay friend's name? I don't know. He's the evil, wicked-looking.
Yeah, the views in his video do not reflect the views of this channel. Fucking homophobic, racist piece of shit.
Jay. So,
and I will call him a racist from now on. You know, non-racists don't give racists a platform to speak freely their racism. Sorry. If you do that, you're a racist.
So, those two guys, good quality.
I mean, if you tolerate it, you must like it. It must reflect you as a person if you tolerate it.
People like Justin Trudeau, you know, what do we hope happens? Well, maybe if we put that intent into the water, and maybe that's how these long distance communications happen. So there has
what, blood intent isn't working for you? This fucking whack job.
To be some mechanism in my mind for remote viewing. To me, I think now it's water. I think it's the atmosphere. I think that just like when you get to, let's say you go somewhere and you've got a bad feeling about the place, right? You're in a house that's haunted, so-called haunted. Maybe it's not haunted. Maybe all it is that the water underneath the pipes, wherever in the house, has a memory of what took place there. And all that you're doing.
No, man, no, just fucking no. Oh my God. Hey, Moxie. Holy shit. He's fucking lost it. He's lost it.
Doing is your access. You don't know it. We get to the house. We just feel weird, right? Same thing where we wonder why we can.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if all this Monopoly money was real? See, we stopped being delusional like that when we grew up, Jaron.
See somebody who's looking at us from behind us. Why would we be able to know that? However, if that fact is being transferred through the atmospheric water, then it starts to make sense to me. So a lot of these things that I've always had questions about, I think can be answered with water. It's also something that I think we can investigate and test ourselves. I want to look into exactly what Dr. Emoto used. He says he used a high-speed camera. I don't know how much a high-speed camera is. I don't know how many frames per second he did.
Pretty goddamn expensive, man.
But it should. There's another Flat Earth Reborn.
So you prepared this thing, right? You wrote this thing, and you didn't bother to look up to see how much a high-speed camera is. Is that what you're saying? Hey, Lisa. So you have a question. You wrote this beforehand. This is not you improvising. This is a script you're reading from, and you didn't even bother to fucking look up how much a high-speed camera is? See, that's the problem, Jaron. You don't do any kind of research. You're lazy. And as a result, you look like a fucking idiot.
So what I want to do is do the same thing, because what he shows is incredible. And it's what I've talked about, why the news is so negative, because then they put this negative vibe out there, and then
because news people drink water.
Everybody's in a shit mood. The way they scared people with the flu, all these things. Could they all be answered with the idea of water and its amazing qualities? So in case you don't know, water is different than everything else on Earth. Number one, like the three stages that it's in. Remember, the God is part of the Trinity. Well, water is a Trinity. It's got its gas, it's got its liquid, and it's got its solid, which all three exist at all times, right? There's never a period where there's no liquid. There's never a period where there's no gas. There's never a period where there's no ice. How about the fact that water's the only liquid that when frozen expands? Okay, so that's the only item that does that. So water is special. Water is quite different.
I think he's right on that, but I just want to double check. What liquids expand when frozen? The most well-known liquid that expands when frozen is water. When water freezes in ice, it takes up more space than it did in liquid. That's why it floats on water. Other substances that also expand when frozen include bismuth, gallium, antimony, and silicon. Didn't know that.
So we know that primary water wells exist. They're all over. And yet science still...
What's primary water? What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, Real Cygnus. Primary water. It's water.
Still says that water is neither created or that it's conjured up within the earth. They say it's all water that fell down, whereas it's been shown and proven that water is being rushed up in...
Look at the dumb shit in the video. Yelling at water. Yelling at water.
Massive, massive quantities. I want you to listen to a story here that I want to bring up that I think is incredible. The first part of the story that caught my eye was...
You're not even yelling at water. What the fuck is that in there? Sulfur?
That and I don't know what year this was. Let me find out exactly what year it was. A few years ago, there was an earthquake in Sonoma.
Man, fix your candlestick, dude.
Okay, by Vallejo. It's about 2-3 hours north of me. Anyway,
that one fucking candlestick's wiggling because it's not seated properly.
When that happened, all the fissures, the cracks in the ground, started to be leaking water. Okay, and I'm not talking about a little bit of water. I'm talking about, I don't know if I wrote it down. Yeah. So after the Napa earthquake, water started to rise up at 1,000 gallons a minute from the fissures in the rocks. And it actually fixed the drought for the whole area because the whole area was in trouble. They had dry lakes and stuff. Well, the water popped out. It was 10 times more than they're used to having come up from these springs. So they were taken care of. They let it flow down into the rivers, it replenished everything. And then all these communities were able to...
Oh, it's rice. Okay, so it's rice. So they contaminate the ones that they write hate on so that they'll mold, right?
Drink, and they tested the water and it was fantastic, way better than your regular tap water. How about
I bet Jaron just has a closet full of perpetual motion machines he's bought.
About the fact that we've got springs that appear at the tops of mountains? How's that possible? So Mount Whitney in California, at 12,000, 13,000 feet, there are bubbling springs that come up all the time. They come up all the time. So they're permanent.
Hey, Zorg. I've only been saying he's functionally illiterate for... Yeah.
They come up constantly. And that's insane. Where's that water coming from? And when you're talking about 1,000 gallons a minute, think about how much that is in a day, right? Let me show you this video here.
Okay, everyone. In my last video,
what, a crater?
Showed you a meteorite crater in Arizona that is supposedly 55,000 years old, and I showed you how the crater is still there, but the big meteorite that landed there is just totally gone.
Poof.
And I also...
Yeah, that's usually what happens when a small thing hits a big thing. The small thing just disintegrates.
Went on to...
if I shoot a bullet at a wall, that bullet's going to be gone, right? But the hole that it left is going to be there.
I'll let you know that if you...
these people are just dumber than dog shit.
Google or whatever you want to do to look for asteroids, they're all computer generated.
No, they're not.
Images.
No, those are photographs taken from with telescopes, dipshit.
Wait, let me stop right there and look at this.
Artist.
At least he's smart enough to say that. Do you know that?
No, he's not smart at all, Jaron. He's a dumb motherfucker.
That there's people that actually think,
just like you,
these are real images, and that's what they show you for asteroids. They're obvious computer-generated images.
Yeah, because we don't possibly have anything that could enlarge an image.
And people can't see that. People who love the space lie, the testicle lovers, the heliosexuals, they love it.
Anyways, what kept eating at me was a scripture from Genesis 7:11, and
there you go, replacing science with religion.
600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Now pay attention closely. It says all the fountains of the great deep broken up. Great deep means the deep ocean. Broken up means to come upward. So anyways, as I went on the search, I realized that there were more supposedly meteorite craters all over the world in different continents.
Yeah, because meteors just didn't hit the United States, moron.
Roughly around the same size as you can see here in these pictures. I took a picture from each continent from every one of these supposedly meteorite craters. But out of all these craters, there's nothing left of the meteor that landed there. And I say that in quote. Supposedly landed there. There's nothing left of the meteorite, but all the craters are still there. So I went to investigate a little more. And I'd remembered researching geysers many years ago.
I'll put this in the t.me/journalism links.
Geysers look like. But the images I'm showing you.
You mean geysers?
Are what the geysers look like when they're actually erupting. So check this out. Now, does these craters underneath these geysers not look familiar to you? Just take a really close look.
No, it's sort of like a Cartesian well. It's a pocket of water that's very near a pocket of magma. And the magma heats the water, and it works just like your coffee maker works. Builds up steam, the pressure gets too high, pops off. Then it settles, builds up more heat, more water comes in to take its place. It heats up, pops off, more water comes in. That's how they work. Very simplified version of it.
Now
I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! I learned how fucking geysers work when I was in grade school, man. What the fuck happened to you?
Showing you the ones that are erupting. Now let's take a look at the ones that are not erupting.
Right? Those are just pools. See, there's a difference between a geyser and a pool. Fuck. Jared says, "Huh? Like it's some revelation."
Okay.
I mean, these people really are ignorant. They really are.
Now let's compare the so-called meteorite craters with the geyser craters. Now check this out.
Check this out.
As you can see here, there's a runoff on the meteor crater and a runoff on the geyser.
Yeah, if you're if you have an area that's lower, the water's going to run out of there. Yeah.
Now look at here. Right in the middle, you see where the geyser actually comes up. You can see it in the meteor crater and the geyser. That's where the water comes up at. Same thing here. Everything around it is just where the water pressure coming up explodes everything outward.
It's weird because it looks to me too like there's water runoff
the right
in a lot
of
of
the
those.
crater and the right of the geyser, they're shaped identical. That's water pressure, not a meteorite.
Oh, okay.
I'll stop it there if you want to watch it. He goes,
God, these people are fucking ignorant.
a little bit further, but it's an excellent observation. And this is why people should.
No, it's not. It's not an excellent observation. It's a dumb motherfucker trying to explain shit through religion.
Be allowed to speak, have a channel, say things. Nobody's claiming that he's 100% right. I like to hear somebody's honest opinion. Somebody found something different than we're used to seeing, and I get a chance to now investigate that and put it in my mind as a maybe. Nobody's saying
I found something that proves him wrong. My high school diploma. See, I have one. He doesn't.
buy into it.
I sincerely doubt that you have one, Jaron.
I don't want to see any chat messages like, you're so stupid, you think that that's water. I was taught that it was a meteor. I don't give a shit. Don't care at all.
Because we found bits of fucking rock from outer space in the fucking craters, dipshit. Fuck. What an idiot. What a complete fucking moron. So we're just going to go through these. Where do we have? Yeah, here, we'll move this up here. I didn't order these like I should have. But, next.
All right, today,
guess who's back?
We're going to show the world a very easy, inexpensive, anyone on the 45th parallel can do experiment that is repeatable, verifiable, and based on the very mathematics that people like
that you don't understand,
NASA and their religious followers constantly tell us is truth and is science. This experiment I'm going to easily break down for you definitively using the very math NASA teaches everybody that the religious cult globe proponents preach like it is God itself. Their mathematics. This is all based on their mathematics using their calculators, showing them saying that plumb bob deflection is an absolute must if the Earth is rotating.
No, it's not, dipshit. Why would it be? You don't know what a plumb bob is. You don't know what a pendulum is.
Let's take a look, shall we? This guy. Because of the Earth's rotation, a plumb bob does not hang exactly along a line directed to the center of the Earth. In other words, perfectly plumb, square to the perpendicular point it reaches the ground.
See, that's not a question. Well, I guess the question was, how much does the plumb bob deviate from radial line at 35 degrees north latitude? That would be a question.
How much does a plumb bob deviate from a radial line at 35 degrees north latitude? Assume the Earth is spherical. Okay, so this is done on the 35th degree latitude. That's why in his solution, he comes up with a value of about 5 arc minutes, 28.83 arc seconds, okay? That makes sense since he's on the 35th parallel. That makes sense as to why these guys, this guy, I believe comes up with a value just under 7 arc minutes of deflection. And this...
See, notice it says may... Due to rotation of the Earth, a plumb bob may not hang. Oh, may not. Okay.
7 arc minutes of deflection.
Misread it.
And this guy comes up with 6 minutes arc minutes of deflection or deviation.
Hey, Dan, what's up, man?
There are 60 minutes, arc minutes, in a 360 degree.
Oh, good. Good. Glad your knee's healing. I had a orthoscopic surgery when I was in the Army at Wiesbaden Medical Center in Germany.
Circle. Therefore, the deviation of a plumb bob averages right around 0.1 degrees. This is agreed upon by all of these people doing these calculations. This guy 7 minutes, the other guy was 5 minutes 28 seconds, but only from the 35th parallel.
Right, though that isn't 0.1 degree, dude.
These people are all calculating from the 45th. I'm not going to make you watch their ads. It's not important. So, that's just to show you this is all using their math, their calculations, okay? Here, most laser measurers are accurate within 1/8 of an inch, though some are accurate within 1/16 of an inch. This accuracy can be maintained within the laser's measurable range. The maximum measurable distance of laser measures ranges from 100 feet to 1,000 feet, depending on the exact model. Now, there's others that say lasers can measure, there's some, the more expensive, can measure accurately to 2,000 feet. Well, that's okay. We don't need nearly that distance. In fact, the very cheapest at 100 feet, if it can measure accurately to within 1/8 of an inch, is just fine. Well within tolerance. And tolerance of what, Dan? Well, if we take...
So you're gonna take something that's accurate to 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch to measure something that's 0.5 or it's 5 arc minutes?
A plumb bob. And we hang it from a point.
Mm-hmm.
In this example, this is a calculator, a triangle calculator. It says, please provide 3 values, including at least one side to the following 6 fields, and click the calculate button. When radians are selected, well, radians aren't selected. We're going with 0.1 degrees, okay? So, this is not a right angle triangle because it's just a calculator, so this is just the base shape. They use an equilateral triangle. We're looking for a right angle triangle. You know, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we enter our 3 values. Angle A is going to be 90 degrees because we want that leg actually pointing straight up, vertical, into the air. Side B is going to be 1 foot. And angle C is going to be 0.1 degrees. That represents the 0.1 degrees deflection that I just showed you. The 5 arc minutes, between 5 arc minutes to 7 arc minutes, the average is 6 arc minutes, which is 0.1 degree, okay? Now, this is all to find out the distance of side C. How much in inches is side C going to be? How much measurable inches of deflection will there be represented in side C? If this is 90, this is 1 foot, and the very mathematicians I just showed determined there should be 0.1 degree deflection at the 45th parallel from a plumb bob. So, what did we get? Here, I'll do it live so you know I'm not messing with anything. Calculate. So, side A is 1 inch, side B is 1 inch, or 1 foot, excuse me. Side A is 1 foot, side B is 1 foot, side C is 0.0017453 feet, okay? So, we'll go to our handy dandy calculator here.
Just use meters, dipshit.
And we put in, what was it? 0.0017453. So 0.0017453. Feet equals 0.02 inches. That's pretty tight measurement. Make absolutely no mistake. There are, without question, precision measuring instruments all over this earth that could easily measure that value.
And what are you going to compare that to, Danny? What are you going to compare that measurement to see if it's deflecting? Another plumb bob?
But it's gonna not. It doesn't leave a lot of wiggle room for tolerances and expected.
Is 0.1 degrees 6 arc minutes?
Ranges of tolerance.
All right.
Nobody expects that laser line or the getting anything perfectly vertical. There's always going to be a minuscule deviation from totally vertical, okay?
And how are you going to measure that perfectly vertical? How are you going to measure that, Danny? How are you going to make that perfectly vertical?
So, my point I'm getting at is we're going to extend the length of side B. Okay? We're going to extend it to 10 feet now and see what we get. Okay, side C is now 0.017453. And that's going to bump us up a little. Let's see, 0.017453. So let's take one of the zeros out. That gets us up to 0.2. We're getting closer. For time purposes, let's just go ahead and kick it up to 20 feet. No, we'll do 50. 50 feet. So this means the vertical side B is 50 feet high, hanging a 50-foot plumb bob from 50 feet, a known distance parallel to a laser pointing down exactly as close to exactly at 90 degrees as you can get.
Again, how are you going to measure that 90 degrees, Danny? How are you going to make it perfectly plumb?
And again, within a 1/8 of an inch tolerance.
You think you're just going to take a laser and put it in the air and it's going to shine down? How are you going to make it shine down perpendicular, Danny? I don't know, maybe make it the end of a plumb bob?
So, at 50 feet, we're going to be 0.087267 feet for side C. Let's see what that works.
I mean, I bet he doesn't even realize that a string hanging vertical is just as straight as a laser.
Works out too.
Matter of fact, it'd be more straight because it wouldn't have any expansion in the string from top to bottom. It's the same diameter top and bottom. Laser actually diverges as it goes away from you, right? Like that. Strings like that, lasers like that.
Just to save us, I'm just going to put 0.08. We'll
Of course, this is the same guy that poured water over a barbecue grill thinking it's going to stick to the barbecue grill because of the gravity of the barbecue grill.
Even give him the
Daddy's a little titched.
Decimals after that. Oops, 0.08 is 0.96 inch. So we're getting closer. To where they can't use tolerance as an excuse is what I'm getting at. So we're going to kick side B up to 100, a whopping 100 feet.
0.1.
Do you think NASA could manage to hang a vertical laser level and a plumb bob from 100 feet? Is that within their budget? Look, NASA, I even went through the trouble of...
Why don't you do it, Danny? Why don't you do it?
Looking up prices on Amazon for you. I know you're strapped.
Right. You know how these work, Danny? They work on plumb. So if there's any deflection, it's going to show that in the laser beam as well.
With that 60+ million a day budget, But here you go. There's all kinds of levels you could get that can measure 50, 100 feet accurately. No problem. Easily within 1/8 of an inch, I'm sure. So,
and you know what? You know why it does that, Danny? Because of gravity. Plumb bob works because of gravity too.
But 100 feet, we're up to 0.17453. Let's see what we get. That's 2 inches. So, easily accountable for 1/8 of an inch tolerance deviation.
Yeah, most laser levels are just basically used for construction. And you don't have to be that accurate with construction.
So at 100 feet, there should be 2 inches of
Ask any Amish man.
Measurable deflection at the bottom of this right triangle from perfectly plumb and square. Their math, their very own math says it. I showed
their very own math. You mean math?
Put it to you.
Math doesn't belong to someone, Danny. It's math.
It's not me making claims. As usual, it's...
Yes, it's you making claims, Danny. This is you making claims.
Them making the claims that they cannot and consistently refuse to back up, because once physically demonstrated to where the results of the math they preach is gospel, when it comes
no one preaches math as gospel, Danny.
Time to physically demonstrate and prove it, they always hide like cowards because they know there will be no deflection. There will be no 2 inches of deflection in a 100-foot plumb line on the 45th degree parallel. So this is it, people. Einstein said there's no experiment that can prove Earth's rotation.
No physical experiment, no mechanical experiment.
Well, I guess Einstein wasn't working with laser levels, because that's all it takes. 100-foot accurate to within 1/8 of an inch laser level mounted at 90 degrees, pointing straight up and down, and then hanging a 100-foot plumb line an inch from it. And at 100 feet, because we started an inch away from it.
So this one shouldn't deflect, but this one will, Danny? This one won't deflect, but this one will.
The top of that plumb bob should be 1 inch away from the mounted laser level. The bottom, where the plumb line point is hanging, should be 3 inches. The 2 inches deflection plus the inch away we started with should be 3 inches away from that laser line. And these
sorry, Lisa,
dogmatic, cult, disinformation, psychopath globe preachers know for a fact if they do this simple experiment, there will be no measurable deflection of 2 inches at the bottom of a 100-foot plumb line.
Yeah, how do you measure that, Danny? How do you make sure that one of the plumb bobs isn't deflected? How do you do that?
That, again, could be easily repeated and verified by anyone with a $100 bill in their pocket that can buy a laser, a plumb line, and figure out a rigging.
Well, do it, Daddy. It's your chicken, right? You cook it.
To hang them both from one.
See, but Danny doesn't do shit for himself. He just tells other people to do it.
100 feet.
Danny's
that
special.
Is how you definitively, undebunkably prove whether Earth is rotating or the truth that it's not.
or the truth that it's not, except we do have a video from outer space. We have video from space showing the Earth spinning. We also measure it with a fiber optic gyro or a laser gyro. See, there's other methods besides your cockamamie bullshit here that you don't fucking understand at all.
That it's stationary. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be the way to do it, Brenda. Measure the sides of the triangle it's formed, and if the plumb doesn't form a perfect right angle, that's a way to do it. This one's 4 minutes. We've got 7 minutes till Flatzoid. 7 minutes till mouse.
Good morning, folks. So today I got.
Public schools are abusing your children by not affirming their geocentric identity. You abused your children when you made them homeless because you didn't want to take a fucking shot or wear a mask, asshole. So don't talk about anybody abusing children, motherfucker.
Question for the lawmakers in California, in Oregon, and Washington. They're recently on this push that if your child, your juvenile, undeveloped, mentally and physically child decides, if they're born a boy, decides they want to be a girl, then...
All right, enough of that shit. So, yeah, just another dumb motherfucker that doesn't know what gender is, who thinks gender is sex. Spewing horse shit. Vile fucking hateful rhetoric.
Can I bring up some of those
so that
citations for you?
Sure. Cherry pick.
Cherry pick. It's not cherry picking. It's just simply.
Oh, you're totally gonna cherry pick.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
We all know it. We all know you're gonna cherry pick. But go ahead.
Okay, let me just pick up some of them quickly. Open them for you.
Yes. Danny. He was living in Washington, and yeah, it was either you take the jab, you wear a mask, or you don't work here. And they chose not working there. Both him and his wife chose that, and they made their family fucking homeless. Yeah, wow. And he blames everyone else for his problems, right? He blames the government, he blames society, he blames the laws, he blames fucking Fauci, China, everyone but himself.
There's no cherry picking, but okay. Because you clearly say there's no trigonomic function for celestial navigation, correct?
No, I said there's no triangles. So try to keep it correct. There's no triangles in
so what's
celestial.
We've gone over this before, but this is funny.
What's trigonometry?
It's a good filler.
Trigonometry is more than just triangles.
What's trigonometry?
You don't know that?
What's trigonometry?
What is trigonometry? You don't know it? Why are you trying to tell me what trigonometry is if you don't know what it is?
You're saying it's not triangles, so I want to know. What's SOHCAHTOA?
I said it's not just triangles.
Is SOHCAHTOA triangle?
SOHCAHTOA is, but there's more to trigonometry than SOHCAHTOA.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4,
it's not just solving
6.
triangles. Do you know how a fast Fourier transform works?
No, go on. Explain.
Okay, sine and cosine are used in that. No triangles at all. Do you know how discrete cosine transforms?
But you see, we're talking about celestial navigation, which specifically works with trigonomic function of SOHCAHTOA.
Well, it does. Oh, well, just show the process. Go ahead.
Let me quickly get on screen. Can I share my...
No, it actually uses the Hammerside formula, which is the distance of a line on a sphere.
My screen. Okay.
That's what it uses.
Let's just share my screen like that. Share. Okay. You can see what's going on here? Okay, I don't need this one yet. This is just the principle of six. I want to bring that up just now. Okay. Navigation of the stars. Principle of six. I want to bring that up just now. Okay, I
that
don't
yet.
need this one yet. This is just the principle of six. I want to bring that up just now. Okay. Navigation of the stars. Okay, this is obviously different techniques. Talking about trigonometric was first used in navigation by
trigonometric.
14th century. Several navigation techniques can be identified in navigators' personal notebooks, including the table the application of plane trigonometry. You would agree plane trigonometry requires it to be a triangle?
No.
The application of plane trigonometry. You would agree plane trigonometry requires it to be a triangle?
No.
What's
In many applications of trigonometry, the essential problem is the solution of triangles. If enough sides and angles are known, remaining sides and angles known. Yeah. In many applications.
Trigonometry requires it to be a triangle?
No.
What's plane trigonometry?
Don't know that it's not specifying it here. It's just giving a little bit of
Plane trigonometry
overview.
requires it to be on the same plane, in other words. So if I'm making an angle measurement over a plane...
Okay.
We can also use the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between any 2 points on a Cartesian coordinate plane. Let's pick 2 points, the first with coordinates x1, y1, and the second with coordinates x2, y2. But when we draw horizontal and vertical lines through the points, you can probably see where we're going. Since the new lines are perpendicular, the triangle is a right triangle, and we can apply the Pythagorean theorem.
Well, bring up the process.
Okay.
Let's look at the process.
This is
they
one,
used.
navigation of the stars.
Bring it up.
Trigonometry.
Yeah, bring it up.
One,
bring up the process that they used in
We're
that.
still getting
Wait,
there.
You're a little.
Yeah, he never got there.
Why are you scared to bring up the process that they
We're
used?
still getting there. Trigonometry
you're just
processes.
you're just cherry picking. You're proving me right by cherry picking.
Trigonometry process or celestial navigation or astronavigation subject to presentation of maths curriculum, blah, blah, blah.
Bring it up. Let's look at how it's done.
I'm just first giving all the citations showing that they do.
And he never did bring it up. So,
If we have mean sea level, can you bring the definition up for mean sea level, please?
Change my cat's litter box. This is a reminder. Change my cat's litter box.
So while we're waiting on that, I'm going to start this print. I'm reprinting all the all the small parts I made out of that ugly green color. And this is the last piece I have left.
You use trigonometry.
We'll just show how it's done there, Flatzoid.
Trigonometry.
Let's look at how they do it. Why don't you want to show how it's done?
Sailing with trigonometry. Okay?
Let's bring it up. Come on. Oh,
I've got it up.
Bring it up.
Trigonometry is used in navigation.
No, bring up the process. Bring up the process. Let's look at the process. And
He doesn't know the process. He doesn't know it. He has no clue about how the process of celestial navigation works.
Saying we don't use trigonometry. I'm saying we do use trigonometry. That's the argument right now.
I'm happy to go through the process in this book where there are no triangles.
So what did that say? Trigonometry is used to set directions, such as north, south, east, and west. It's not navigation. That's just your direction, Flatzoid.
Argument right now.
I'm happy to go through the process in this book where there are no triangles involved. But you're saying there's triangles involved in the process, but you're not showing the process. Go ahead, show it where it's happening. You're not showing the process. Go ahead, show it where it's happening. Can you show the step-by-step process of celestial navigation using triangles? Go ahead.
Let's first start with a little bit of background about lines of...
Anyway, so he never shows the process. He can't because he doesn't know the process. He is functionally illiterate, but he's a fucking narcissist, so he thinks he's right about everything. And he's just fucking not. Sunrise on the land so white. Jesus fucking Christ. We'll come back to that once that fucking cheesy ass music is done. And my question is, did he write these lyrics for AI to put music to? Because the writing sucks. Make sure these aren't going to fucking come off the bill plate. I put a brim on them, so the brim should hold it down. Let me double check it. Make sure my Z offset's correct. Yeah, I think we're good. Have to keep an eye on it.
You caught me swearing.
That's why I saw that. That's why I had to put it over.
No swearing.
How's it going, man? Good to see you guys. We have MK Ultra, the boss in the house, Michael Kahn. Roger, who just became an alpha wolf. Really appreciate it, man.
All right.
Thank you very much. And also thank you for your super chat. What was the super chat? The super chat says, a noun, a verb, and an adverb are just words. So they are. Thank you very much, you rock. And then we have PJ and Ryan as well.
Yeah, they are just words,
What's
but they do describe things.
You're quite quiet, Flats. Really quiet.
Why?
You're kind of low. The kids are messing with it again.
No, it's full blast, yeah. Let me see if I do it this way. How's that sound? Better?
A little bit.
Little. Not much.
A little. Okay. Maybe it's restream settings again. I'm going to go to order again. Order deck. It's advanced. And auto game. Is that better?
It's
That
better.
looks
It's
like
better
it's
than
gonna
it was,
work.
yeah. A lot better than it was.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, it's good to see you guys. Yeah. So level.
Yeah. Level.
Yeah, level. Yeah, it's a good word.
It's kind of like that. A bit like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's weird when you talk about level, it sort of like always represents horizontal.
Kind of is. Kind of is. I've never seen level being a that.
Well, we do have votes already. Level can only horizontal.
Yes, it can.
Yeah. Yes, 70%. Congratulations. You guys understand
Yes, level is horizontal at that point where you're measuring it.
what level means. No, I are dumb say horizontal curves. That's 24%. That would include you, Sean Hawkins, that's streaming my stream right now.
Oh,
and
it is? Oh, hi, Sean.
He started.
Yeah, the this time lapse is a quick disconnect attachment for accessories on the CNC machine.
Started like early before we even started.
Hi, Sean.
Poor fella. He's even blocked me on Discord again. Not sure.
Oh, cry more, baby. Cry more, you hypocrite.
5%. Ooh, interesting. Hey, Mac, thank you for coming. One man, right? Good to see you all. It's good. I finally got my backup channel linked to this as well.
I love how he cries about being blocked everywhere, being timed out. I love it. Hey, Ace.
About you earlier, Flats being timed out for being a Trinitarian.
Yeah.
Did you?
I went on Sergio's channel and I just asked him kindly and politely, you haven't answered me yet about Hebrews 9 and Acts 1 yet. And then he called me a fool and a Zionist and timed me out for being a Trinitarian.
And we don't strive with Trinitarians here, he said. But yet we strived with his oneness for long enough, you know?
But
Like
the
Michael was
issue
saying.
is his oneness doesn't exist.
Nope.
It's not biblical. It's not doctrine.
Again, Cope-Harder, motherfucker. Put a 1 in the chat if you're blocked on his channel.
It shows whether who had the patience with who then, because we were listening to him, even though we knew where we stood. We still let him come on and all that, but yet when you go over there, he doesn't strive with Trinitarians. He doesn't even let you in the chat. So
It's a cult, man. It's
yeah,
as simple as that.
One word, hypocrite.
Heretic.
You see, the thing is, he tried to present twice his argument, and both times he failed because he can't stand on scripture to make his argument.
That's right. That's right. I just thought it was interesting because when I timed Sergio out that night in here, even though I let him off for the timeout, he WhatsApped me saying that's a girl move. But yet, when he times you out for being a Trinitarian, that's not a girl move, you know?
It's a man's move, buddy.
Yeah.
Vicky banned Sergio. There you go, Mike. I told you that's why you can't get those comments you were looking for. He was looking for comments today on Sergio, and we couldn't find it. And like, yeah, someone probably banned him.
Yeah, Vicky banned. As soon as Vicky knew about that thing that he said, that the Trinitarian thing, timing him out because of that, she banned him.
Well, he deserves to be banned.
Absolutely. He's banned from mine. He won't get back in mine anymore.
Yeah.
Eddie crapping. It's crazy.
I mean, we went through
Fucking whiny little crybabies.
this with him before, and we kind of all gave him a second chance and a third chance, and now he's like, oh well, it's up to you to make the first move, PJ. You've got to make this up because you insulted me, sort of thing. So I've got to say sorry to him apparently and make it up with him. Yeah, well, before God, before God.
I was over in Discord earlier, and everybody's all abuzz about Dell still for some reason. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, one thing we can give up to Dad, at least he knows what level means.
Yeah. Yes, he does know what level means. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a good thing.
You fucking don't.
He doesn't know what cool means, but
just think how sad your life must be if you don't even know what level means.
I know. I mean, these people claim to be level-headed, and they don't even know what level means.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. So yeah, that's a good one. How about perpendicular? There's people who don't even know what that means.
Perpendicular-headed.
I still
The Flatzoid doesn't.
trying to figure out how you can claim.
Flatzoid proved that he thinks that that perpendicular has to be this. Has to be this. Can't be this. Can't be this or this or this. It has to be that.
A perpendicular, which is based on a 90-degree angle, can have a curve to it.
It just can't.
See, then you don't know what perpendicular is. You just proved it. Hey, Debatable D. See, you just proved that you don't know what perpendicular is.
It just really works.
I mean, did these people lose a bet? In some point in their life, did they lose a bet that forcing them to embarrass themselves in public every single fucking day?
So yeah, it's quite hectic. So yeah, I didn't really have any topic tonight. I just brought it as level just for the fun of it.
Did you I see Jerry put out a video not long ago about water. What is water?
We can watch that.
I think the first thing he says in it is, where does it come from? What's water? Because God didn't create it. And I turned it off at that point, but I knew what he was going to say because God was hovering over the waters. He says that God didn't create it; it was already there. That's what he was going to say.
No, that's fine. Let's educate Jaron if you have to.
I think he might be hinting around water might be God.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, actually, Jaron's right. The Bible doesn't say that God created water. It does not say that the Bible does not say that God created water.
Just seen like 30 seconds of it, maybe 40.
I didn't watch it neither. I saw it, but I didn't watch it.
That's the only issue I do have with Jaron, though. He doesn't actually know what he's talking about when it comes to Bible. He wants to claim to know, but doesn't actually know what's going on.
Well, I heard he was like at the beginning he was like thinking about Satan, like praying.
The thing is, he unfortunately Jaron does have an Antichrist spirit. He is very Antichrist. He hates God with a passion for some odd reason. I don't know what God is here, but
he went to a Jesuit school, from what I remember, right?
Interesting.
That's not God's fault, though, is it?
No. But let's see what he has to say. Okay, water. Okay. Right. And then editing.
If you want to get down to it, everything's God's fault. If God is an omnipotent, all-powerful being that can create the universe in 6 days, he could stop anything bad from happening. So everything is God's fault.
About a few things real quick.
God lets all the babies die.
That I think is very interesting. And I don't think enough of us think about it, okay?
Okay.
So think about...
Seems so.
Probably.
Just like Jaron tried to, what was it, like beginning of the year or something? Where he tried to state that Jesus is trying to buy people over with gold.
Oh man, that was
Gold
terrible.
streets. You know what I mean? And this is up there how terrible it is. Hey Toshiro, what's up? He says, how do you know if you were not there witnessing the magic of... It's not magic, first of all. And secondly, he just attacked God and the Bible, so we're using God and the Bible to refute his nonsense.
You could twist that word back to Shiron.
Yeah, I mean, how do you know that the Bible's true? Were you there? Were you there? That seems to be your standard, right? You have to be there.
So how does Jaron know what he's claiming? Like, it's not.
Hey,
you
Lucas,
got no argument. Mate.
Go ahead.
Just a second.
Yeah, just 1 second. So I'm confused about the thing you said about water. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Yeah, that's pretty simple.
And you say water was already there?
No.
The heavens is
part of the
water?
earth. Water's part of the earth.
We'll just cover this, though.
Just covered it, dude.
I just read Colossians. I just read Colossians 1:16 to you, dude.
So
It doesn't say God created water.
So when the
Yeah, exactly, Zorg. What does God need with a starship?
earth was created, the water was on the earth that was created.
It was created with the earth.
Okay.
Bible doesn't say that.
Okay, so the water was created with the earth. Got it. Okay.
Part of the
Hey, Citizen 9. Yeah, as usual.
Okay, thank you. See you guys. Yeah, that just needed clarifying on that one. If it, yeah,
You could have typed it
I
in
must have
chat.
heard it wrong or something. All right, see ya.
We do read the chat, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not hard to understand. Colossians 1 verse 16 and 17, not correct.
Now let's see where this fool's going to go with it.
Yeah.
All things are created by God.
Well, he doesn't. There's no creation moment of God creating water.
Yes, there is. In the beginning. Genesis 1 verse 1. And Toshiro, you want to know why I say Jaron is not on par when it comes to debating Bible? There you go. He doesn't even know what Genesis 1:1 says.
He created the heavens and the earth, where there's water. Water is part of the earth, and water is part of the heavens.
Oh, Brenda debates. She wants to explain perpendicular to us.
No.
Brenda,
boy, come
you
on.
can take your manly, airy hearts out of my chat. You're not welcome here.
Wow, what a piece of shit. What an abject piece of shit.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
bye, Brenda.
There goes pie. All right.
What
Bye-bye.
a piece of shit.
Brenda
Nice.
is an antichrist,
Yeah.
hating God, fear-mongering idiot who doesn't even know he's a man.
Titanic
Wow.
debates.
You are not welcome here, Brenda.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
Bye-bye. Okay,
At
let's
least,
go.
at least I'm polite. Call him
Can I
minister.
say something before you start it? There's nothing in creation that doesn't have water in it, right?
I'm sorry that happened, Brenda.
No,
Everything.
Everything has water.
That would be part of creation. There you go.
Mm-hmm. You know what I find really odd? They want to label me as a homophobic kind of
Yes, you just fucking proved you are, asshole. You just proved you are. You just labeled yourself.
person just because I said, dude, you're a man. Deal with it.
Yes, that makes you a homophobe. Absolutely. Or a transphobe.
Facts are facts. And the fact is you're a man, and the other fact is you're not welcome here. So bugger off. Okay, let's carry on.
Okay? God separated the waters from the waters.
Harassment and bullying? Is that what that would be?
But the assumption may be that water was always here. Okay, that's just one thing. I'm not saying anything definitive, and I'm not looking for people to come back and say, "Oh no, but the Hebrew." I don't care. I'm just saying, in general, let's think about what water does and what. Isn't it weird that?
Whoa! I don't agree with that. He says he doesn't care, but he literally brings up the Bible in the beginning, if God created it or not. Then he does.
See, this is the print I want to do eventually. This is a full-size crow skull mask, and I don't know if you can see in here. It actually has like smooth places for your nose and your head to sit. So yeah, I want to print this so bad. I mean, it's just fucking awesome. But the print time is at 0.12 inch 0.12 millimeter layer height. It's gonna take 12 hours and 14 minutes. If I drop that to 0.24, I think it's like 8 or something like that, or 10. Seven hours and 28 minutes. But god damn it, I want it. But I want to do it out of like bone colored filament instead of gray or black or red. Although red would look fucking awesome. A red crow skull.
Something to him. Yeah.
Then he does care.
I don't get Jeddah at all, me. Like, surely a majority of people following the Bible believers, surely. And if that be the case, then I don't understand them people why they follow him.
But he's contradicted himself though, because he opened with using the Bible as the argument that how do we know it's great, and then saying he
Right, he said he doesn't know for sure. He can't say one way or the other. He's just speculating, dipshit.
doesn't care, he doesn't want any rebuttal to it. How?
We don't know what perpendicular means, guys.
Oh
Please
my
explain it.
goodness.
No, I'm sorry, we do know what perpendicular is. If a guy doesn't know he's a guy, he should not come and tell me what other things are. It's too complicated for him.
Hateful or abusive content? There you go. Promotes hatred or violence. He's abusing a vulnerable person. And promotes hatred or violence. There we go.
Coming in.
Perpendicular is.
Yeah, so Brenda.
Yes, it is on. Yeah, hey Tinker. Yeah, it's on Thingiverse. That's where I found the file. Either that or printables. I go between the two, but you could probably find it on Thingiverse.
Bugger off.
Bugger being the operative word.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't you block a lot?
When you were a kid, maybe
No,
still.
unfortunately, Restream doesn't let you block.
No.
Are we going to have to literally sit here and watch you keep sniping in private comment?
Yeah, guys, this is how desperate Brenda the man is. Doesn't get the words, get the...
So every time he says that, I'm reporting it. Because it puts a new timestamp in.
the hell out of my chat. You are not welcome here.
Let me explain how stupid you are. Let me explain how stupid
Yes, you're an
you
idiot,
are.
Brenda.
You're a dude who thinks he's a woman. That's how stupid.
look. Don't rise to a lie, but
Yeah, don't rise to him.
surely
Just leave him.
there's got to be a way to stop him being able to
I honestly hope that his kids grow up gay. I hope they do. I really, really hope they do.
comment in this chat box.
Yeah. Wait. Look what we're gonna do. Bye, Brenda. 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 Bye, Brenda.
Yeah, he was
How
calling
you
me
doing,
stupid
Brenda?
because I
Bye,
couldn't
Brenda.
get rid of her. Yeah, go ahead, say something, Brenda.
You know
Go.
you're a dude. Wait. You're a dude.
Harassment or bullying? Yeah.
Hey, dude.
No, they don't give a fuck. You're absolutely right, Cygnus. If they gave a fuck, his channel would be shut down. Danny Pratt's channel would be shut down. Delete Law's channel would be shut down. Jaren's would be shut down. But as a result, mine gets shut down.
Hey, dude. Bugger off.
You're a bigot now. Oh, hell.
Yeah, hey, dude. Bugger off.
If a bigot
Yes, you are a bigot, Flatzoid. You're all bigots.
is telling the truth, then I'm a bigot.
Yes, you're a bigot. And no, being a bigot isn't telling the truth. You're a bigot.
Well, then I'm a proud bigot because you are not welcome here. Let's carry on.
Still today, you know how you flip a coin or you throw a coin into a fountain to make a wish?
No.
Kind of weird. Who came up with that, right?
Pagans.
You don't know that if you throw a coin in a fountain, you can make a wish? You didn't know that, Flatzoid?
Make a wish?
No.
Kind of weird.
Huh. So he said no?
Flip a coin or you throw a coin into a fountain to make a wish?
No.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, you didn't know that? This dumb motherfucker doesn't know about throwing a coin in a fountain and making a wish. Huh.
Came up with that, right?
Just another thing he didn't fucking know.
Pagans came up with that.
Yeah.
No. How do you know pagans came up with that?
Oh, no, I'm a pathological liar too.
Yes, you are a pathological liar. You've proven that.
I'm sorry. Coming from a guy that thinks he's a woman.
Yeah.
You lying to yourself. Don't call me a liar. Last time I checked, Brenda, you're a guy who doesn't know you're a guy.
Oh.
And the only thing that's going to happen, from this is I'm going to reach a maximum of the amount of times you're allowed to report a video in a certain amount of time. That's the only thing that's the only thing that's going to come up out of this, is I'm going to be cut off on reporting it. And this video won't be taken down.
Oh, wow. 11 frames.
Yeah,
wow.
I knew it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, 11. You deleted 11 frames.
Did you not hear FTFE the other night, Craig? What he
Right, Craig's wrong. Craig's wrong because he didn't follow it, and he even investigated it, and yeah, I found no problem with it. He showed all the frames. No, he didn't, motherfucker. He had two videos. One was with 4 frames deleted, and the other one he said had all the frames, but no, he just took out the ones that showed that were at the horizon. He didn't delete any frames. He just removed the mirage. He just removed the inferior mirage. That's what he did, Craig, and you believed him.
kind of recanted the things that you guys have been saying.
He kind of apologized for everybody in a good way. Brenda, I got more respect for Craig than you. I'm sorry.
To be fair, I have more respect for my dog Shite than I do Brenda. Brenda, I'm really sorry, but you are not a woman. You may want to be a woman.
There you go.
But you is never going to be one. You can't be. You were born a male, biological male. You could never have a womb and carry a baby. You could never have milk.
That's not the definition of a woman, you moron. Jesus fucking Christ. These fucking evil ass people. They're evil, and they hide in the folds of God's robes doing it.
You could never have anything that a woman has because you are a man. And how dumb do you have to be to come on a stream where not one person wants you?
How dumb do you have to be? I don't know. How dumb are you?
Because what you think...
Yes, they're pure evil. That's why I say these are not real Christians. These are not real Christians.
Because you say you're a woman, you think that you can come on and what, talk your demonic shite.
I'm good at asking for.
I mean, they're just horrible, horrible fucking humans, subhumans. They really are.
Prevail because you're not getting.
Oh, you're definitely not getting it, mate.
We know what perpendicular means, Brenda. We promise. We understand
Do
it.
you know what I don't get about Brenda, right? Brenda loves balls, but obviously hates his own.
Oh, big. Right, enough.
Yeah, drop it now because next thing she'll just try and strike stream or something.
Exactly.
Oh, she's probably tried it many times, by the way.
I don't get why. Like yesterday, you were on Rogers, and now you're trying to get on here. Get the hint, Brenda. Nobody wants you. Only Sean
How do you spell yaw? How do you spell yaw?
Hawkins will have you, because that's how bad you are. Nobody else wants you. Go away, or I'll come back in. Right, bye.
Yeah, that's definitely bullying. Man. That's why I say these people are the guy. These are the people that stood around the playground yard, and slapped the books out of the smart kids' hands who were reading. These are the people that beat up the smart kids after school because they're jealous of their intellect. These people are vile, evil pieces of shit.
Okay, let's just make this plain and simple. I don't give a damn what the woke society give on opinions of, oh, you're hurting my feelings. Take your fact, lies, idiocy away. I'm not interested. Okay, I don't care if it hurts your feelings. You're a man, you're a man. You're a woman, you're a woman. You can't accept it. You can't accept anybody else to just accept it because you say so.
Well, it's not about opinion either, lady, or a guy, whatever you are. But
Not
the fact
an
of the
opinion.
matter is, there's facts in nature. There are male and female genders. That's just what it is.
No, there aren't male and female. Yes, there are male and female genders, and there are transgenders, and there are homosexual genders. Gender is not sex, dumb fuck.
And don't go into hermaphrodites and stuff. That has nothing to do with it.
Can't
You made a choice to do that. Yeah.
And no, it's not a choice.
Or biology.
Yeah, desperate this guy is, guys. By the way, I'm still just exiting Brenda every 2 seconds. And he's just spamming my private chat. Is this what you globies love to do? You think this is something that you're proud of? Going to a place and harassing them. This is harassment. Literally.
No, it's not harassment. You've welcomed people. It's an open link. Take the link down. End the call if you don't like it. Then start another one private. You could do that, right?
Brenda, get away. We do not want to do with your filth.
Go do your own show if you got something to say.
Yeah, do your own show.
Her filth?
Make a video if you want to. Not that we're going to watch it, but go make a video if you care about that.
That's actually true, Toshiro. You'd be thrown in a mental hospital 20 years ago. Absolutely.
You want to know who'd be thrown in a mental hospital for the people who believe that the Earth is flat? That you'd be thrown in a fucking mental hospital for sure, motherfucker. Absolutely.
Okay, you know,
That
I'll
just says
let
they-
Brenda on. I'll let Brenda on. If Brenda actually comes and concedes that Brenda's a man, how's that? You guys agree with that?
Yes, we'll accept that. Go ahead. Hey, Brenda, if you want to come on, say you're a man. Tell the truth
Wow, what a piece of shit.
for once in your life. Go ahead.
Yeah. Only way you're going to be able to come on.
You're not going to get that though. You're just going to go, come on and start spouting and waffle. Don't let him on.
What's up, Pseudo Kilo? How's it going?
Your mic's a wreck.
What's up? What's up?
How's it going, man?
Yes, they are evil, but it's okay because they're Christian. They're saying what they think God says.
Doing?
That's what religion does to society.
Good in yourself.
I'm doing good, man.
It's good.
I had a question, and they definitely don't want to do any type of. I don't got any smoke for you, but I do got a question regarding the whole Jaren and the water situation.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, if you were to ask me just logically, it was like I would feel that the earth and the land is everything outside of water. I would definitely feel like water is something that's not the earth. Like I would feel like the water is everything that the earth kind of isn't. Like if you take all the water off, there's your earth.
God said, let the dry land appear, and then he said, let all the waters gather into one place and call them seas.
Sound a bit like Bruce Sanchez.
He kind of does.
Doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. This guy sounds educated.
And I do have a question, man. Like, what's the beef with Jaren? Like, I'm not a Jaren lover or nothing like that.
No,
But
I
what's
don't have beef with him. I do have a beef with his Antichrist spirit, though.
I don't really think is he Antichrist?
Doesn't the Bible say only God knows what's in the hearts of men? Isn't that what the Bible says? So who the fuck are you to judge what's in his heart?
Yes.
Sure is, definitely, 100%.
What makes you say that?
Because of what he says about Jesus Christ.
He basically says that God and goes, suck his, you know what? He says things like that. He says things like, me and my wife's got to go and pray to Satan. That's Antichrist, I think.
Do you know what Antichrist means?
Anything against Christ, dude. Pretty simple.
Okay. I mean,
Antichrist. Definition.
Here's the definition of Antichrist. In some Christian teachings, a personal opponent of Christ expected to appear before the end of the world.
A person or force seen as opposing Christ or the Christian church.
Myself, I'm not like a Bible believer or all that. I believe it has good teachings in it, but I'm not like somebody that confounds their life to what the Bible says. So I don't know, man. But I've definitely heard him support the Bible in certain ways and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, it's conflicting, dude.
I mean, the Bible says that the Bible is the Word of God, and Flatzoid says it isn't. So who's the Antichrist, Flatzoid?
It really is.
He'll support it when he cherry picks, if it supports what he's talking about at the time, like flat Earth. When he was talking about flat Earth, he probably cherry picked, but he doesn't. He's not a believer or a follower of the way, as in Christ being the way.
Right, I got you, but I mean, I don't know if is that what makes him Antichrist, or
And certainly not as devout as these guys. These guys are the most devout that's ever lived.
that he actually says, like fuck God, fuck Jesus,
Yes,
fuck
That's exactly what he said.
More of that, yeah.
Got you. Okay. Well, man, I'm gonna sit back. I like the build. I just wanted to. That's the two questions I had. I just wanted to make sure I had clarity on it.
Thanks, bro.
But I will say this before I get off, because I did say fuck Jaren as well when he did the whole little final experiment. This would tell me that it's now a globe type shit. That's when I kind of start saying, fuck Jaren if that's the way he's thinking.
This is Bro Sanchez, isn't it? Is this Bro Sanchez?
No, I'm not Bro Sanchez.
It sounds like Bro Sanchez, dude. Sorry, I just thought you were.
Okay, cool. I'm not Bro Sanchez.
All right, cool.
All right.
They all sound alike, right?
But yeah. Jaren says some sketchy stuff.
But I will say that one thing that kind of gives me somewhat of a pass for him is that he is definitely a pioneer of the flat earth. Like, he's definitely a pioneer guy of the flat earth.
Maybe he was.
He was.
He was until he decided to actually find truth. See, the truth seekers hate people that actually look for it. That actually are truth seekers. They hate those people because they know that if you look for truth, you're not going to find flat earth.
I wouldn't say today he is really the man to go to for flat earth.
Especially when he's doubling down on saying if he sees the 24-hour sun, then it can't be flat. Especially when he's done flat earth observations and measurements. Where does that go?
No, he's never done any measurements. None of you have.
Why does that go out the window?
I truly think, yes, sir. I hear you. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I truly think the brother was infiltrated, man. I think that, he's a flat earther. He was infiltrated with a big bag of money that said, hey, if you start pushing this theme with the 24-hour sun, we'll pay you this much. And I think he's now starting to kind of redact that and go against it now that he's starting to post back all the flat earth shit that he used to post. So I think,
that's a possibility. I mean, I would.
No, what Jaren's doing is he's trying to make as much revenue off flat earth bullshit before the jig's up. That's what he's doing.
Kind of agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, we go with he's more of an opportunist. He's taking an opportunity here to play both sides of this narrative, as you would call it. That's what I think Jaren's actually doing. He's going to make a cash cow out of this thing.
Yeah, I mean, don't you think that this could be his way out of flat earth?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that it was, and he was actually gonna take the money, but I feel like as of lately, he's been the old Jaren. He's been back to now proven a flat earth over saying that anything, like a 24-hour sun could prove globe earth. So I think he's trying to get back in our good graces type of thing. But I think that he was gonna take the money at one point, and hey, we're all men. I think that money can change a lot of shit for a lot of men. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
So if he wants to know the truth, he must be paid off. Is that what you're saying, dipshit?
Well, also just think what it would do for his channel if he does decide to revert to the globe. He's gonna get a lot more subscribers as well. He'll probably triple his subscribers.
Well, my opinion,
but as of lately, like I said, I mean, he's doing the opposite. He's posting.
He'll most certainly have smarter subscribers. Not like the dumb motherfuckers that subscribe to you.
A lot of his old flat earth stuff, and I feel like he's now going back to the flat earth. He may have thought about the money, or maybe something didn't go right, but I feel like he's now back to flat earth, discussions.
Yeah. But like I said, we can't divine his motives though, what it is. But the things that he says, like I said, I don't have anything against his flat earth stuff. I am against his antichrist spirit stuff because he is definitely a Christian hater, you could say. So that's the thing I do have against Jaren. And yes, he said very.
And you do the work of Lucifer by trying to hide the true shape of the earth, of God's creation. Hey, it wasn't me. How you doing?
Stupid stuff for flat earth. But like I said, it could just be him trying to find his way out. I can't say anything other than that. But if I have to say anything, it would be I would attack him on his antichrist spirit. That's it.
Gotcha.
Well, I want to say that his opinion doesn't hinge on the facts I see. Whatever Jaren thinks doesn't change me. I don't base my life on Jaren.
I see in the chat they're arguing about the difference between Islam and Christianity. It's not hard to understand, guys. Islam is a false religion based on a guy that was a pedophile, a PDF file that just couldn't hold his pinky in his pants, and he
That's
could
it.
abrogate every time he wanted to make new laws that everybody else has to subside, but not himself. The guy didn't even know what was written in the Torah and the Bible, and he just wanted to make up what he thought was in there. Islam is literally based on a lie.
Yeah, Toshiro, I mean, I don't think really that's you said my point is, what about the millions of people throughout history who live their lives without ever knowing about Jesus or Christian? I don't think that's kind of possible. I mean, maybe in a remote island somewhere that never ever heard of it, but
Well,
in
what's that
general,
got to do with anything, though?
I know everybody's going to have heard, and it says biblically that there'll be no excuses. Everyone will have heard of Jesus Christ, and
What
if
about-
someone doesn't, I mean, for some reason, then that's not their fault.
You don't like my desktop? What's wrong with that? Do need to organize it a bit.
What is it? But I
What
can't.
about,
It's not.
what
what
about people who've been
I've got a lot of files that just need to be put in folders.
ministering to these jungle villagers that have never heard of Christ? Like,
Exactly.
I don't think you've got any points to share to be
No.
making these kind of comments.
No.
If you want to be Jeren's bum boy and attack Christianity, stay over on Jeren's and do it. Don't come here to do it.
Yeah.
They're trying to take divinity out of Christ. That's all they've been doing since I've seen it. They really don't want Christ to be anything related to God. They want to make
Share just more evidence of Jesus being who he says he is.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
Jesus
More
actually tells
evidence.
us that everybody had hate him, and that's what we're seeing.
Scripturally, it's
But look-
saying there's no excuses. Everyone will have heard of the
There's
gospel.
more evidence for Jesus than there is for Julius Caesar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I could probably start this thing. Now it'll be done at, 9 o'clock at night? It's still early in the. I'm used to getting up at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I could print this thing now. Actually, it's going to take longer than that because it's going to need to be supported. See how long that's going to take.
who's more popular, Caesar or Christ.
No.
Okay, let's carry on seeing what Jaren has to say about the water, though.
Why would you wish?
Putting fire to people, that's weird to me. You know, that's not
Well, it
something to be
wasn't-
praised about.
It wasn't going to stop, dude. That's why he had to nip it. He had to stop it. They weren't.
But there's like a million ways he could have nipped it, and to say that I'm just gonna set everybody on fire is like, that's like fatality type shit. That's like weird. I don't know. That's not something that I would feel is something that could get praised about.
No, well, we weren't praising the idea. The thing is, like, how else were you going to stop an entire civilization that was that corrupt, that was going to start basically killing off nature? Basically, that's what you're boiling it down to, and it would affect.
With supports, it's going to take 13 hours. So that would be 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Every other part of God's earth.
And let's not be clear.
I mean,
what else?
Free will.
And if you if you're asking the question, I would say that the same way that he literally told Noah, "Hey, there's about to be a flood. Get ready." You know, the same way that he came to a couple of people and actually showed himself, showed his powers.
Noah was
People that
righteous in God's eyes. Noah has a difference.
well-
Noah was righteous in God's eyes. These people weren't. These people
And
weren't.
Lot, they took Lot and his family out too. You got to think about that. He brought the angels in there to rescue them. He got the people out that were righteous in the story. Dude.
He already
Same
warned
idea.
them. He warned them. He warned them, turn away from this. You know what I mean? Or this is going to happen, and it happened. You know.
Well, the main thing, like, though, you've got to understand, right? If you're going to believe in God and He created this place, like, He can do whatever He wants, and like, you were judging God by saying He's doing all these bad things. God's just, and there's no hate in Him, and He's all love. So whatever seems bad to us, obviously ain't bad in His eyes. You know, we're judging from our mortal created bodies. You know what I mean?
And we were saying about you could have done it in a different way.
There's
like
obviously
change their minds and stuff. That would have been.
Find it that's good that we can't comprehend.
Super but wouldn't you imagine that supernaturally setting somebody on?
Well, how about a flood? That's really just as bad. A flood is a supernatural way of drowning people.
Yeah.
Water, fire. What other elements is he going to work with? What, are you going to throw rocks at them? You know,
I mean,
poison the whole town with, you know.
Whether it's fire, water, it's not going to be nice, is it? But the world was corrupt. I mean, the bloodline was corrupt. Hence the flood. I don't think he's got much of a signal. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Dropped out again, like. But if you're listening, dude? I'd read about it in the Bible and then come to an understanding rather than just hear what people say about it. You know.
At least he's questioning. He seems like a decent dude. So I really thought he was. I really thought he was pro Sanchez for a minute.
Hey, sorry, guys, I got a call. My apologies. My apologies, man. I got a call. But what was the last thing that you said there?
Well, I was just going to say to you, have you actually read the parts of Genesis where it talks about Sodom and Gomorrah?
I can recall reading it. If I can tell you, word for word, or give you a very in-depth detail, no.
But usually there's an understanding though as to why these things are being done. It's not like just this big crazy vengeful God just wiping people out willy-nilly. There's usually a reason for it. Like the biggest reason things are done in the Bible is because it's working towards Jesus Christ coming.
Yeah.
And things are done to keep.
And I guess
that.
I would, and just like the guy said that, well, if he would have, gave everybody a better heart, or put something on.
God damn, there's more filament in the support material than there is on the fucking model.
Their heart to stop the bad ways, that would be going against, free will. Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't you imagine? I got you. Wouldn't you imagine that supernaturally setting someone on fire is going against their free will as well? They wouldn't want that in their will. I mean, that's not free will.
Well, no, but people get run over. People get run over by cars. You know, is that in your will to get run over by a car? Like,
that was
if
God's
God,
will to do that.
but God wasn't driving the car though. God specifically set these people on fire. That's a huge difference.
Well, I think the angel.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
We're talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, yeah.
Okay, but they knew they were wrong.
Yeah.
They were doing abominations.
Right. So let me ask.
And they
so
were warned about it.
I would just imagine like the worst thing you've possibly ever done in your entire life.
Well, I'm done with this. Let's go back to the playlist. Not interested at all. Actually, this is pretty funny. They just uncovered this.
Doesn't matter which side of the political spectrum you sit on, there's a whole lot of stuff on Facebook and the internet about President Trump. But a whole lot of it isn't true. So here's something we're going to verify tonight. Is it true that almost 60 years before Donald Trump was gaining followers, there was this guy, Walter Trump, who was scaring the hell out of people and trying to make them believe that the world was coming to an end unless they could build a wall?
The world will come to a flaming end at midnight tonight. Without my help and knowledge, every one of you will be dead.
So the thing going around is that a TV show from the 50s predicted the coming of Donald Trump through a snake oil selling character named Walter Trump. This clip was uploaded to YouTube last November, a few days before the election.
I am the only one. Just me. I can build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate. What do we do? How do we save ourselves? You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you. You're a liar, Trump.
Okay, this show did actually air on CBS.
This is not AI. This is not AI. This is not photoshopped. This was an actual episode of a show.
Yes, in 1958. It was episode 30 of the first season of a show called Trackdown.
I mean, that
58. It was episode 30.
This guy's a famous 50s actor.
Of the first season of a show called Trackdown, a Western. Now, there was no mention of who was going to pay for the wall. This Trump clearly doesn't have the hair game of our modern-day Trump, and it didn't end well for Walter. Yeah, he got shot in the end. So I can verify, whammo, It's true. A 59-year-old television show featuring a con man named Trump who
And Robert Culp was in it too.
Tried to talk people
He was
into
in that
building
episode.
a wall. Looking forward to your angry emails tonight. Now, if you see something on TV or
I mean, that's just fucking hilarious. That is truly funny. There we go.
All right, so real quick, I don't know, something.
Yeah, I'm not interested at all in Flatzoid's fake ass Christian bullshit.
Popped into my head last
Yeah, he got shot in the end. Yeah.
night. I was thinking about just
Evidently to avoid arrest, because the guy said to him, "You're under arrest," and I guess he didn't want to go.
Just knowing the reality of this world and seeing the lengths that people will go to deny reality.
Like you?
And I guess in this case in point is, in this day and age where cameras are literally everywhere, 24-hour surveillance.
Why are you driving and streaming? Why are you doing that?
I got to imagine somewhere there is 24-hour cam.
I mean, we know that you don't give a shit about your own safety. Why do you give a shit about other people's?
Cameras posted at lock.
And yes, that's a security guard uniform he's wearing. I don't know if he's licensed to carry a gun for his job, but God help us.
Loch Ness. There are thousands, if not millions, of trail cameras all over the forests and woods on this earth. Not to mention the numerous wildfires, forest fires they have every year. And yet those damn Bigfoot, Sasquatch, managed to evade them all. There's never a burnt up Sasquatch found after a forest fire. There's never one caught on a trail camera. And yet people to this day will tell you how Bigfoot's real, Loch Ness Monster's real. There's what, maybe 100 videos of supposed Bigfoot sightings on Earth. All obvious.
No, there aren't, because Bigfoot's not real.
Complete debunked hoaxes. There's maybe a couple photos, a couple videos of the Loch Ness Monster. Again, none verifiable, all determined likely hoaxes, because they are just mistaken identity. Yet, there are literally thousands and thousands of hours of footage of people videoing things way farther over the water than we should be able to see on the imaginary globe.
It's not imaginary, and if the Earth was flat, we could see further. We'd be able to see a lot further. So
laser tests. I mean, Taboo Conspiracies channel alone has more footage of the truth of flat Earth than any.
Nah, doesn't.
Any Bigfoot believer, promoter, or Loch Ness Monster, or aliens. Where's all these alien videos that aren't obvious hoaxes and jokes?
There aren't any. There aren't any. God damn it, man.
Yet you tell people the Earth is flat. It's provable. It's seen on video.
No, it's not provable. No. No flat earther has proved it.
Video all over social media. And they will deny it, deny it, deny it.
Right, because we measured it, motherfucker. We measured the shape and the size of the Earth. We measured the spin. We have video of it from fucking space, dipshit.
Well, let's go look and
Sorry it hurts your fucking ignorant feelings, but cope.
shit. There's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I'm sorry, how does that make water physically able to curve on its surface again?
That doesn't, but gravity does.
Oh yeah, it doesn't still. You don't deny the truth. The thousands and thousands.
So are you so fucking stupid that you think a 24-hour sun would make water stick to the earth? Is that what you just said?
And thousands of videos with tens and hundreds of thousands of hours of people documenting video proof of seeing things that should be impossible to see on,
except for refraction. See, you forget about refraction, dipshit.
a globe.
See, that's the only reason those things can be seen is because of refraction, because light bends downward toward the denser medium.
And they will still not.
But if the earth was flat, we should see that shit every fucking day. Shouldn't be a special case.
Not only not troll, stalk, slander, defame, and attack Bigfoot believers or Loch Ness Monster believers or alien believers, but
you don't think anybody does that? You don't think anybody goes on fucking Bigfoot channels and alien channels and calls them dumb as dog shit? You don't think that happens, Danny? Need to get out more.
they do all those things incessantly to make a living off of flat earthers. The only conspiracy who has provided tens of thousands of hours of proof.
No, there's tens of thousands of hours of idiots fucking saying how they don't like the reality. But no, there's not one single second of any motherfucker proving flat earth. None.
It's, let alone all the Christians that deny the Bible passages that are.
You mean the Bible passages that you fallaciously interpret to mean that the earth is flat? And anyway, taken from a book that's 2,000 years old before science was a thing? Okay.
Are obviously describing a flat earth.
They're coming for you, Danny.
And all that does is make the passage that God will let them believe lies, because that's where their hearts lie. That's where their spirits lie. Pun absolutely intended. In the lies to keep God from their lives.
Danny's also a Luciferian, doing the work of Lucifer by trying to hide the true shape of God's creation.
That is the one and only reason the Vatican...
Not that I believe in God, but just bringing it down to his level.
...invented the globe. Because the Vatican...
Nobody invented the globe, dipshit.
Vatican is about as antichrist as it gets.
Oh. Okay.
Now, I know I'm not preaching anything you people don't already know, haven't already heard a million times on my channel.
Do you know the Vatican isn't a religion, right? The Vatican's a building.
But I know that you can appreciate the irony of all these millions of people that believe in Bigfoot, millions that believe in...
No, there's not millions of people that believe in Bigfoot.
Loch Ness Monster, tens...
There's a few thousand.
Hundreds of millions that believe in aliens without any proof whatsoever, but you shove the proof of flat earth down their throat constantly. And we're not even talking about all the proof showing that none of the claimed motions of earth work, none of their Coriolis crap, a plane taking off.
Who the fuck are you yelling at, man? Who are you yelling at? You're in your car alone.
Near the poles cannot increase its lateral acceleration by 1,000 miles an hour by the time it gets to the equator.
How fast do you think planes fly? How fast do you think planes fly, man?
Proven. Easily proven. And just deny it. And you're not going to change their minds. They have bought.
No, because science rules, man. Your opinion means shit.
Bought into the lies 1,000,000%, and they will never give it up, barring a miracle of God. And that's all we can do is continue to pray for the few that Holy Spirit will open their eyes and open their ears to the truth. The rest of them, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. Of course, he knows.
I mean, every Christian on earth? Every Christian on earth who isn't a dumbass flat earther are just evil, satanic people who are going against God? Is that what you're saying, Danny?
Is that because he's left?
Danny's another one of those people who thinks he's the most devout person in the world.
Letting them believe the lies they love so much. God bless you all. Hope you have a good night.
Jesus, what a fucking mongrel.
You have been terribly fooled.
So this is Jeranism. Antarctica, it's not what you think. And this is a re-upload of something he made several years ago. So this is why I say that he's trying to make money off this shit before the game's up.
You have been terribly fooled.
Houston, we have a problem.
What's going on, everyone? It's Jeranism, back with another video for you today. This video should separate the men from the fanboys, the wheat from the chaff, and the upright from the upside down. When shown the evidence, well, first you should verify it. Always do your own research so you reach your own conclusions. But once you see that what I'm showing you is the truth, I think you have two choices. First, you can admit that there are some serious problems and then join in this fight for truth, exposing the liars and spreading the word and trying to end this time of deception. Or two, you can stay asleep, write some hateful comment. This way you feel better about that lie you're living, continue fighting on behalf of the liars, doing their dirty work, and in the process continue to hold back humanity, while we all continue to be scammed by those whose goal is to deceive and dumb down each and every one of us until not a single rational or thinking human being remains. H.L. Mencken said in December 1919, "The most dangerous man to any government is the man who is able to think things out for himself. Without regard to the prevailing superstitions and taboos, almost inevitably, he comes to the conclusion that the government he lives under is dishonest, insane, and intolerable. And so, if he is a romantic, he tries to change it. And even if he's not romantic personally, he is very apt to spread discontent among those who are." The globe is in trouble, because once that alarm goes off, and you...
I think I own that alarm clock. I think I owned this.
Wipe away the gunk from your eyes, and finally,
same
you
model.
can see the truth. There's no going back. You can't unsee the truth. You can't reapply the grogginess and the gunk. You're awake. And while you still might have to decide what to wear and what route to take to work.
All right, Dan.
One thing you do know is that you can't go back to sleep. So what is it that you will know or realize by the end of this video? Well, you should realize that Antarctica is not what we've been told. So let's get it on with the evidence. Now think for some pretend second here that we're on a ball in the endless space, spinning on an axis. Such place would have two very interesting locations, a North Pole and a South Pole. The North Pole is pretty well documented, and there may be more to find there, but the place that we're going to discuss today is the southern continent, the South Pole. The Antarctic Treaty prevents countries from laying claim, prevents any kind of military action, and prevents you and I from going and taking a look. Luckily, we can review videos and webcam footage to get an idea of what exactly is going on down there.
So he's going to cherry pick webcam footage that isn't 24 hours long. He's going to cherry pick that instead of go to actual time lapse footage. That's a lot better resolution, right? Like Frozen South. This one. This one. And others. He won't pick those. Let's see what he's going to show.
Now, let's say we are trying to prove the globe or trying to prove it's flat. Should be very, very easy, right? I mean, on a globe, we would have a 24-hour sun in the southern summer. That means the sun would...
And we do. Hundreds, if not thousands of people have seen it, have recorded it.
Circle the continent. That's quite different from the flat Earth model where the sun circles the entire Earth from above, and since Antarctica is around the outside, well, that doesn't include a circling sun. At least not around you at the bottom continent. Okay.
It's not the bottom continent. There's no bottom in space, dipshit.
Let me show you what the difference...
It's the southern continent. You could say southern continent to be correct, but not bottom continent, you dumb fuck.
Between the two options would be. And for someone at the pole, this is what we should see. I'm in Antarctica. It's December 19th. And we're going to start moving the clock here ahead just hour by hour to see what the sun does or should do on a globe. We're at midnight here, so we're pumping ahead 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And you'll see the sun just does a 360 around the southern continent.
Right. And that's exactly what it does. It's exactly what it does, man. Watch. Watch. It does that. See, it's overcast, but still the sun. Or this one. I like this. So there's the sun. Actually, what's cool if you look at this, you got crepuscular rays. Damn it. But if you look at it with your phone, it's hard to do it like this because you have to touch this, you have to click on the thing. Actually, hold on. There we go. Do that. We'll go back this way. We got crepuscular rays, right? See them? But if we go 180 degrees, actually, if you go 90 degrees and you look up, those light rays are parallel. It's hard to see it. But then if you go this way, you got anti-crepuscular rays. So, yeah, pretty interesting. See that? See that? But yeah, you can use this on you can look at this on your phone and just follow it or leave it still. See, I mean, why would you want to rely on a webcam when you have this? still hadn't gone below the horizon. And here it comes back to its original spot. So, yeah. And it even goes further. Well above the horizon there, Jaron. And that's exactly what you're going to fucking see when you go down there. Yeah, this is all stinky old-fashioned. There you go. Here's 5 days there, Jaron. This is the 5-day time lapse. So how do you explain this, motherfucker? A fake sun, a second sun, an artificial sun, holograms. What's your? Oh wait, no, the sun. It's not 24 hours because the sun went behind this thing. See that just blew it right there. See, that sun could have gone down here and then popped back up right there. That could have happened. Right? So 5 days. There's 1 day. So, yeah. Let's see what your dumb motherfucking ass has to say about it.
Which should be really evident and great proof of the globe. Show a couple video camera feeds or webcam feeds of that sun doing exactly that and shadows making.
And this one right here, this is from 9 years ago. So he's seen this one. When this one was done, this is from several years ago.
Making a 360-degree turn. And there's your proof. Flat Earth, dead in the water.
Yes, and you know why you can do this? You know why this is so accurate? Is because the source code for this app includes the heliocentric model. That's in the source code. It's what makes it run. It's the math that makes it run, that makes it accurate, that makes it match reality.
So here we have another globe perspective. The sun standing still there on the left, and the bottom of the bogus ball would be rotating clockwise, causing the sun to shine.
So the sun is way out here in space. It's not here. It's not or is this a truncated version?
24 hours a day on the South Pole, which is vastly different.
Actually, no, this is globe. Sorry, I got mixed up there.
Than if we are looking at a flat Earth. Whereas a flat Earth with the sun making the trek daily around the Earth, somebody who is standing near the South Pole or in Antarctica.
Right. So where's the rotational point? Here. And it's funny because in reality, right, when you have when you have sunlight, even if it's not 24-hour sun, everyone on this landmass can see it. It is lit up, illuminated, can read by the light, can see the sun. Everyone here. And it doesn't matter if it's for 24 hours, for 5 days. If everyone on this landmass at one single time can see the sun, then that means that everyone on this ring at this point in time can see the sun. But yet, here it's all dark. It's nighttime here. So how can it be daylight here, but dark here? How does the sun get all the way across and we not be able to see the sun all the time?
Whereas a flat Earth with the sun.
See, the sun could never set on flat Earth. It would never be dark. It would never be nighttime, Jaron.
Making the trek daily around the Earth. Somebody who is standing near the South Pole or in Antarctica would always see the sun coming from their northeast and heading off to their northwest. And so they would see something a little bit more like this image, which shows you exactly what I believe we are seeing. On the top there, I put a little view of what it would look like from Antarctica, and you can see the sun starting in the upper right and traveling to the left.
See, that's what it'll look like if you're looking at it from Ohio, man. If you're looking at it from Ohio, that's what the sun would do on flat Earth. That's the path the sun would take on flat Earth. From anywhere.
Left and heading out towards the northwest. Okay, so we now understand what we should see if the globe were the case. If the sun actually circles the southern continent and the Earth was a globe, then this should be absolutely easy to prove, right? There would be a ton of evidence of this easy to prove fact. Isn't that right?
Yes. But now you're saying that, well, if we see 24 hours sun, we just have to investigate it further. That's what you're saying now. Now that you can go and you have to move the goalposts.
You should have video footage in abundance of the sun circling the continent, causing the shadows to do 360-degree turns around an item. I hope you agree with me. If you're capable of using your mind, and that since video recording has been around, that there is no reason to not have numerous examples of this so-called 24-hour sun. So let's take a look and see what we find.
Right, I just showed you 3 good examples.
First,
and there's a lot more.
Up a South Pole video, a 24-hour time lapse. Oh good, 360-degree shadows. Let's watch. Here it comes. All right, so here we are at the South Pole. No way of faking this.
The shitty low resolution, not 24-hour time lapse.
This video, huh?
So you're going to use something that isn't a 24-hour time lapse to say that there aren't 24-hour time lapses. That's what you're going to use. And ignore all the other 24-hour time lapses there are. That's called cherry picking, Jaron. That's very dishonest. But of course, you're the person who said that you need to cherry pick to win an argument.
But let's watch anyway.
He actually said that.
Okay, and see.
That's
so
not
we have
rhetoric.
Some flags
that's not rhetoric. That's not hyperbole. That's a quote from him. Oh, no. Sorry, that's Anthony Riley. Sorry, my bad.
Starting around 9 o'clock, heading towards 6 o'clock, and then they'll be heading up from 6 towards 3. Watch the tracks there in front of these small flags. Just keep an eye on those tracks here in a second and make sure you note where they're at. And we'll see that the front flags are rotating around almost to 3 o'clock now. The back flags look a little bit questionable.
So you're showing a puddle of mud to prove that clean water doesn't exist. That's what you're showing.
If they are even moving in a circle. And so now we're at 3 o'clock, so we're halfway there. We'll be heading towards 12 o'clock, but oops, here comes some bad weather. And what was that? They just took the flags. All right, so those flags are gone, and you can look at the ones at the top that do look like they're moving, but if you look for the tracks at the bottom, it looks to me like a completely different day. Certainly not proof of a 24-hour circling sun. Not by a long shot.
Right. You didn't pick a 24-hour time lapse. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, let's move on.
And it doesn't get any better. He just keeps cherry picking this bullshit.
Let's check some webcam footage. Well, here we are, folks. 90 degrees south, Amundsen Scott South Pole Base and Station. And here we have a ceremonial marker erected by everyone's favorite traitors to humanity, the Freemasons. Can we give them a round?
Traitors to humanity? How are they traitors to humanity? You know, if my father was alive and you called him a traitor to humanity because he was a Mason, he would beat the living shit out of you. He would slap you in the next fucking week, motherfucker.
Round of applause. Now, settle down,
My father was a staunch Christian and a military officer. So he would beat the motherfucking dog shit out of you.
down. Come on, they're just like us. Only dirtbags. All right, so here we go. We're looking at this webcam footage. I'll leave the link in the description. We're looking from February 2012 all the way to April 2014. Started at this one here, and let's watch the shadow as it does.
I mean, this is as bad as Brian Leakey saying, yeah, the Earth doesn't spin at a constant rate because at the horizon, at 1 degree above the horizon, the sun moves faster. Because he doesn't understand refraction. So that's the same thing, Jaron. Well, Brian, what about the other 170 degrees? What about that? What about that? What about the 170 degrees that it doesn't speed up? Well, no. What about the horizon? See?
Because it's 360, proving the globe. Or maybe not.
It's called cherry picking to affirm the consequent.
We can watch the shadows on all these webcam videos, and we can see that never do the shadows complete a 360-degree turn. In fact, never is there a video of an entire day.
So, Jaron, I want you to spin around in a circle, in a 360-degree circle, but I want you to stop 3/4 of the way through. Does that prove you can't spin around in a circle? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all.
We could look up here and see at the time that it will go through in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Then it will skip to 10 for no reason.
Yeah, because they went to bed, man. See, this isn't to prove that the Earth isn't flat. That's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to show a cool time lapse. That's the purpose. See, NASA, these people at the North Pole, none of them give a shit about flat Earth. So no one's trying to prove that the globe is real because they already know that. See, the only people that are obsessed with this shit are you. You and your flat Earth cult.
Remember, these are the webcam videos supposedly for the purpose of showing us the 24-hour sun at the South Pole. And we can see that the sun goes by the horizon there, right to left. But does the sun go behind us? So watch these shadows and you'll see them start, grow, and then skip. Start, grow, and skip. So what they're showing us is proof of absolutely nothing other than the fact that they have edited these webcam videos.
All right. So this is I'm going to break away from that for a minute. This is a channel called One Punch Dad. He's a chief warrant officer. He's a CW3. And I think he's active. I think he's active military. But he does military.
Rise for the High King. Thank you, my loyal subjects. This truly is the greatest kingdom in all the land.
And it's all because you're such a wonderful king, Father.
Cool it with the brown nose, DC.
My lord, may I present High Commander of the Fountain Armies, Sir Sprite.
My king, I am your loyal servant. Rise, Sir Sprite.
Anyway, that's not his best work. He has his company is well, let's try and find a good one. Hold on. And all of these videos are really frickin' accurate.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but when I graduated basic training, I was on the commandant's list. I was so close to getting 600 points on my ACFT, but really the hardest event for me is the plank. Oh, I volunteer for everything. I'm such a team player. Yeah, I had to help with the static display last weekend, and Flatzoid gave me a certificate of appreciation for my hard work. Well, yeah, those are worth 5 promotion points or something. Yeah, I'll probably do like 3 or 4 years enlisted, And then I'm really considering putting in a green to gold packet. Why would I ever want to be a warrant officer? All they are is overpaid specialists. I think I would be a very good officer. I would love to be a commander. I'm very inspiring. Oh my God, you guys, is it Friday yet? I need a little all in all, am I right? I'm kidding. I love this job. I love this job so much.
But yeah, that's the
Big day at the range, folks. Make sure you get in there nice and deep like while you're cleaning these weapons. All right, Paco, let's see what you're working with here. Yeah, come on, baby. Tell me your story. Yeah, just what I suspected. You see that right there? That's called carbon. Do you know what that means?
never comes off.
Means try again. Damn, almost made happy hour too. You hate to see it. All right, next victim. All right, let's see how good you did. Or didn't. Well, what is going on here? Is this supposed to be my bribe? Okay, we got a fruit snack. I guess I'm a 9-year-old now. And, looks like a chocolate chip chewy bar. I ain't had one of these since I was sneaking them out of the DFAC in basic training. A valiant effort, sir, but I'm afraid the work is not complete yet. If y'all really want to bribe me, you need to know I'm a simple creature. Just tuck a few Zim pouches into the star chamber and maybe a small photo of Sydney Sweeney in her bathrobe.
But yeah, he does these characters. He's got a character for each rank.
Ever thought I would have in my office? Well, Chaplain, it wasn't my first choice, but you came highly recommended by a source that preferred not to be named.
This is the chaplain, and the guy with the mustache is Billy T. Friendly.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I gotta ask, are you religious at all, Chief? Not particularly. Okay, so you're an atheist then? Oh, no, I believe in God. But me and that joker got beef. And when it's old Billy's time to go, we're gonna have to go to the gravel to square it away. Okay, well, how exactly can I help you today, Billy? Well, Chaplain, I think I've been struggling with the old PTSD. Well, that I understand, Chief. You may not believe it, but before I was a man of God, I did see my fair share of combat. I want to encourage you to feel free to share any of that's been causing you trouble. Well, now that you mention it, there was this one time that a few hours later, I said, Noriega, you better put that axe down or I'm gonna... Even more hours later. So you take 2 slices of white bread and some det cord, and what you can do with that is... 23 minutes later. 18 kilos of angel dust. I think this man is going to hell.
Anyway, that's One Punch Dad. He's pretty good. All right, have we been to the moon? Nah, fuck that. Here we go. Here's more Danny Pratt.
Afternoon, folks. So, this walking, talking waste of oxygen proof that tattoo ink may be poisonous to the brain on the thumbnail wants to continue to claim that folk.
So the person on the thumbnail is Creaky Blinders.
Called pendulums prove Earth's rotation.
And they do. If you knew anything about physics, you'd agree.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just his supporters that want to keep vomiting that crap in my comment section. It's not like I bother to watch his videos. Because there's people in his comment section saying, if water doesn't curve, what's a rain droplet? Well, you utter fucking imbecile. It's water being subjected to a thing called surface tension. Something under tension is not at rest. So it's just another fallacious argument on your part to push your globe agenda, which is all you clowns have done for 10 years, and then wonder why I'm not interested in any discourse whatsoever with you absolute disingenuous, compulsive lying wastes of oxygen. Which is why I truly believe the world would be a better place if y'all just dropped dead. Now go make a video about it and cry about me. Oh, Daniel's so mean.
Yeah, see, this channel stays up. His channels stay up for a while, right? They eventually get taken down when he starts talking about other stuff. But he bullies people. He wishes death on people. Talks about unaliving people. But his videos don't get taken down. But yet, yeah, mine do. Sometimes. For nothing, really.
Dan, he's just a psycho waiting to snap. Or I'll just come out and say, if Foucault pendulums prove the rotation of Earth, make your own. Hang a plumb bob from anywhere.
See, this dipshit doesn't know the difference between a pendulum and a plumb bob. Because he's ignorant. He's just a dumb motherfucker.
Put a video camera on it for as long as you want. 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, 3 weeks, 3 years.
See, he doesn't understand conservation of momentum.
3 decades. It will never move.
Now, keep in mind, this guy has proven that he's fucking dumber than dog shit. When he was still living in Washington, and he was still doing live streams, he doesn't do live streams anymore because of me. I'd go into his chat and challenge him to debate. Debate me, Danny. Let's debate the shape of the Earth. No, I'm not a mass debater. I'm not a mass debater. You're a mass debater. And he'd get really pissed off, but he wouldn't block me. He wouldn't. I don't think he could even block people back then. So I kept coming on. Debate me, Danny. Let's talk about this. Because he'd accuse me of not presenting any evidence. Nobody presents me with any evidence ever. Because he deletes all the evidence you present to him. So I'd call him on that, and I'd say, debate me. Finally, he got so pissed off, he said, well, why don't you come here and fight me? And he gave his address out. Live. He had several thousand viewers at the time. And, yeah, he doxed himself live on a live stream. And that kind of proves how fucking dumb he is. And then did a follow-up video on that. Did a video a couple of days later where he's standing in his garage in front of his truck with his license plate. Not a smart man.
Unless acted upon by wind, a tremor in the earth, some other outside force. It will never move due to the claimed rotation of Earth.
Right, because of conservation of angular momentum, you dumb motherfucker. You have to put energy into a system for that system to operate, for it to function.
So, all they'll do is come out and point, oh, all these scientific museums have Foucault. Make your...
Right, they start them swinging, dipshit. They just don't hang it out there and then it starts moving on its own, dumb fuck. They actually swing them. They pull them back and they let them go. That's how physics works, dipshit.
Your own. I've given and provided the mathematical calculations from your own globe priest math professors.
No, you haven't.
That once again claim there must be deflection in a plumb bob.
Right, that's deflection. That's not spin. That's because of angular speed. That's why that is. See, that you don't understand that, man.
Different latitudes
on
I mean, you're not talking about the same thing. You're conflating two different things.
Earth, which would create different fake rotational speeds of the Earth, thus affecting the amount of deflection.
Look at him trying to use like halfway big words. Listen to him. He's such a fucking moron.
In the plumb bob.
I mean, if you were casting a show, a television show or a movie where you had a dumb motherfucker, you had to cast someone in the role of a dumbass. Would you pick someone that looks just like this? I would.
Depending on where it's located. So, once again, if Foucault pendulums prove Earth's rotation, you utter lying, incessant, propaganda-pushing clowns, prove it.
It's been proven, man.
Hang a plumb bob.
Nope.
Don't start swinging it.
Well, how is it going to start moving, man?
It shouldn't need you to swing it. It should move all on its own.
No, it shouldn't, you dumb fuck.
From the rotation of Earth, according to you. But anyone based in reality knows that fucking thing will just hang there. Perfectly plumb, 90 degrees from level. All day long, every day.
Yeah, because that's what a plumb bob does. Pendulum has to be swinging.
Unless acted on by an outside force. You know, an outside force like surface tension. That
what?
Makes droplets of water. Show me a body of water at rest that takes the shape of a droplet of water.
Okay. Earth from space. There you go. There you go, dumb fuck. There you go. Yeah. So how about you just fucking hush?
It can't because it's not subject to surface tension. Tension
No, it's subject to gravity. Just showed you an example.
is a force. So, just, once again, proving these clowns are agenda driven. They are not interested in truth, and then they can't figure out why people like myself aren't interested in arguing with them anymore. Because that's all they want to do is misrepresent people, slander people, and then collect their measly little YouTube shekels off of it.
Yeah, Danny can't get monetized. He's real bitter about that.
And they think I'm jealous because I can't make money on YouTube. Or
you are. You bring it up about every video. You bring up the fact that everybody else makes money but you every single video you make, man.
They actually think I wonder why people don't like me.
I'm surprised no one's fucking shot him or put him in the hospital yet. I really am. I'm surprised. Because he is just about... I mean, he's more detestable than Nathan Oakley, in my opinion.
Good afternoon, folks. So again, just because I'm done with the politics stuff, I just want to address and talk about the whole...
Yeah, it's not going to watch this one. This is God's throne was seen further south than ever before. He thinks the Aurora Borealis is God's throne. That's what he thinks. So.
Wow, would you...
And this is him not understanding shit again.
Look at that. The latest moon lander mission is supposed to take off on Monday. Purportedly, it'll be carrying a copy of Wikipedia, a Bitcoin, some moon boxes carrying mementos ranging from novels and photographs to a small lump of Mount Everest, along with some human cremation ashes, some of which belong to the creator of Star Trek. Because that's important to science and all. Guess what it won't be carrying? Again, still. A camera to
Well, pay him. Pay him to put the camera on there, man.
live stream the fake globe.
Why? We have one. We have the ISS to do that, man. The ISS streams the Earth from space, from the ISS. So you want another camera up there that you're not going to pay for?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So, and when it shows, if they do that and it shows a globe, what then, Danny? Send a camera up there to film the camera? Is that the goalpost? Is that how you're going to move the goalpost then? We already have cameras, man. We got Himawari 8, Himawari 9. We have the ISS. What the fuck more do you need?
Which I remind you, could rake in millions in profit from live streaming, ad revenue, and subscriptions.
Why? They already have that, man. They already have that. I mean, why? Sure, a new stream would get subscriptions, but it wouldn't be any more than what they already stream.
If the globe is so strong and scientifical and real, why do they refuse to put a camera on the moon to record it for all to see?
They did record it. See, they recorded it. This isn't from the moon. This is in orbit of the moon. This is while it was in orbit. But here's fucking videos. Here's videos. 24/7 live stream from NASA, man. It's not showing the Earth right now, probably because it did a rotation. But here. There you go. There's your camera, Danny. There's your camera. So, shut the fuck up.
Apparently, it's more important to put copies of Wikipedia, the Ministry of Truth, and Bitcoins on the moon. This is how ridiculous these clowns are, how unscientific these
Yes, NASA is unscientific.
Clowns are.
Danny is, though. He is scientific.
And how moon landings, how fake.
We're not watching Flatzoid.
They are. Otherwise, they would just simply put a camera on the moon and prove their globe once and for all.
Like I said, Danny, pay for it. Pay for it. And they'll do it. Pay for the mission, pay for the time, pay for the labor, or pay for the mechanism to deploy it. And, do it. They'll do it for you if you pay them. But they're not going to do this shit for free to prove reality to dumb motherfuckers like you? No, that's not part of their job. That's not their scope. That's not within their scope.
Shocker. Guys, we gotta stop being so hard on NASA employees. NASA only hires the best of the best. The brightest, most honorable, distinguished liars on Earth.
No, that's not at all what NASA does. They hire intelligent people that are capable of doing a job. But they're people
who NASA hires.
They're not robots.
Why would NASA lie about the shape of the Earth? Well, let's ask Lisa Nowak, shall we?
Okay, and this has absolutely nothing to do with the shape of the Earth, Danny. This is some love triangle where this lady put on diapers and went and fucking tried to unalive a rival. So this has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth, Danny. This is a non sequitur, something of desperation.
While in police custody, Lisa would tell everyone she saw that would listen to her that she wasn't normally like this. She was.
But yeah, we've seen these news stories. So it's just Danny Pratt being jealous of smarter people. And this will be the last video. I'll wrap it up here.
Constantly hearing from the people that just cannot escape the globe indoctrination they truly have been brainwashed with since children. Anyone, I mean...
What? Being brainwashed since children?
Barring maybe a few elderly, the most elderly on Earth, the overwhelming majority of people have been programmed, brainwashed into believing that globe.
See, it's not programming or brainwashing, it's education, Danny. Something you didn't get.
And yet we'll still hear constantly people say, there's a bunch of people all over Earth that believe the Earth is flat. Well, see,
and those people are stupid.
See, that's where you're confused. No, you believe Earth is a globe.
No, I've proven it, Danny. I've proven it.
And you can only believe Earth is a globe because there is absolutely zero scientific method-based science.
True, Ace.
To support the globe theory, the globe lie.
Say what? What do you say? What do you say, dumb fuck?
Earth is a globe because there is absolutely zero scientific method-based science to support the globe theory.
That's a fucking lie. And the globe isn't a theory, dipshit. But that's a lie. We've shown you the evidence.
The globe lie. Yet we have everyday science in action through mechanics and other properties that prove daily that the Earth, which is comprised of, 70% water, we're told?
No, it's about 5% water.
Is level and flat.
No, not flat, level.
So to speak. How? Well, once again, water has been used scientifically.
Scientifically?
To demonstrate and produce objects that are level and square and sturdy because of it.
Because of gravity.
It's called construction. We all dwell in them and work in them every day. But we believe the Earth is... Oh, not convinced? Okay. How do we know scientifically, undeniably, the Earth is flat?
We don't. Because it's not.
Water, the surface of water constantly lays flat and level when...
Nope, lays level.
At rest of a body of water. All surface tension, deceitful games from the globe cult aside. We all know it lays flat and level, again, used in construction.
No, we don't. Because it doesn't.
Constantly.
You think it does because you're fucking stupid.
Well, water's just one liquid. There are tons of liquids that act exactly the same, with different viscosities, meaning they're thicker or thinner liquids, in layman's terms. So, we once again have this item produced by pouring molten liquid, more viscous than water, but clearly, provably acts the same. Because when molten glass is poured on top of liquid tin, so you pour one liquid on top of the surface of another, pour molten glass onto the surface of liquid tin, produces a perfectly flat sheet of glass.
No, it actually produces a sheet of glass with a 4,000-mile radius to it.
It's called float glass because it's created by floating molten glass on top of the surface of liquid tin.
Right, a 4,000-mile radius surface, which in 3-foot sections is flat, measurably flat.
It's also
or immeasurably curved.
Called and well known as flat glass. So this is undeniable scientific proof that is produced
No scientific proof.
every day on Earth that liquids lay flat and level.
God, he's dumb. Holy shit, he's dumb.
I challenge any of you brilliant.
I mean, at least Jaron looks intelligent, right? I mean, Jaron looks intelligent. Flatzoid even looks intelligent. If he never opened his mouth once, I couldn't say for certain that he was stupid. I'd say, well, he looks like a smart guy. But this fucking mongrel, he just looks dumber than dog shit.
Globe scientists on Earth to produce evidence, proof that you have mechanically measured any liquid on Earth at
mechanically measured. You can't mechanically measure a spherosity of that size, Danny. You just can't. There's no tool on Earth that can measure that big a sphere. None.
Rest to display.
But we can do other things, like we can use trigonometry. We can use geometry. We can use those things.
Place curvature.
We can use observation. You like observation, right? We can use that.
On its surface at any distance. It never has been done, and it never will be done. And the kicker is they can't even fake it.
I mean, can't fake it. What are you talking about?
This is why they ignore it and refuse to even attempt to do it. Even though, as much as it would prove, because we already know, I just told you how, that liquids lay flat and level.
Now they lay level.
Float glass, flat glass. If their globe was true and gravity could produce this curvature,
it does.
They wouldn't be able to do it fast enough.
What? They wouldn't be able to do what fast enough?
To prove their globe.
What?
Yet we constantly get mainstream media.
Wouldn't be able to do what fast enough?
Alternative media, and then people that parrot it, talking about boats going over horizons and how we believe the Earth is flat.
So if you had a bridge, right, an overpass that has a curve to it, you can see that it's curved, and you have a car that goes over the overpass, does it disappear wheels first, bottom up first? Does it do the same thing as boats do when they go over a horizon? Sure does, doesn't it?
No, we've scientifically proven our stance.
But somehow that's different. They're two different things. And no, you haven't scientifically proven shit, asshole.
Flat glass. An Earth that is 70% water.
No, it's about 95% water. Or no, it's about 5% water. The surface of the Earth is not all the water of the Earth. Okay? The surface is 70% water, but no, the Earth consists of about 5% water.
but has never been shown to
On a ball this big, it's about that deep.
produce any sort of curvature on its surface, cannot be a ball.
Yeah, we have, dude. We have. Yeah, absolutely, because of gravity. See, you're dumb, so you ignore gravity.
So you believe the earth is flat because of indoctrination brainwashing centers like NASA.
No, we don't believe the earth is flat, Danny. See, that's called a Freudian slip. See, you believe the earth is flat because you saw YouTube videos and you don't know shit about science. So we know that the earth is a sphere because we have observations of it from space. We have measurements of it. We have done through spherical excess. You can confirm it through the angles to Polaris. We know that the earth is not flat.
Or insert whatever space agency, the corrupt government from whatever country, other country, that has no interest other than controlling its people.
But I thought they were trying to kill everybody with a virus. I thought they were trying to kill everybody, but now they're trying to control them? Huh. So you can't control people you kill, and you killing them takes away your control. So which is it, Danny?
Government, mind control.
Government. Yeah, ment is not a short word for mental. So, and yeah, you're a dumb fuck.
For their own selfish purposes. It's just incredible.
God, what a dumb fuck.
So, sorry, just another rant that we don't believe the earth is flat. We have scientific method-based proven.
No, you haven't, Danny. You think that float glass does it. You think that a plumb bob's supposed to move on its own. You're a dumb fuck. You think that water should stick to a fucking barbecue grill. You're dumber than dog shit, Danny. You're an ignorant motherfucker.
The earth must be flat and level until otherwise proven by you chicken shits.
We have, and we've sent you the proof. We've sent you the proof, liar.
Globe cultists. But not a one of you wants to put a campaign together to push these great scientific institutions, which are nothing but scientism churches, to prove their lies.
They've done it, man. They did it 2,500 years ago. Where the fuck have you been? I mean, do you have to, every time you balance your checkbook, do you have to prove that 2 + 2 = 4? No, you already know that, right? We don't have to keep proving things we've already proven.
And construct a structure that when filled with water, anyone on Earth can go and mechanically measure the curvature on the surface of that water that must be there in order for the Earth to be a globe.
Well, let's see. Is it tow tanks? Tow tanks. Yeah, here we go. Here you go, Danny. Tow tank. Towing tank. There you go. See the rails? This thing rides on a gantry. See this? This whole mechanism rides on a gantry across this big long thing. And the curvature of that of the rail that gantry rides on is curved at about 3,959 miles radius. See, they deliberately make it curved, Danny, so that this boat will ride on the surface if the structure is rigid. See, they've already done it, Danny. They've done it right here. So, sit down and shut the fuck up, moron.
And they run and hide like the chicken shit scientism cult preachers They are.
But I've sent you this. I've sent you the links to these things, man. I've shown this to you, and you delete it, and you block people because they show you the proof that you're asking for. See, that shows how disingenuous and dishonest you are, how ignorant and terrified of the truth you are.
Or we'll come up with every excuse not to do that science.
Right, like I said, right here, Danny, toe tanks. There's the proof you're looking for.
So, you...
Also, the angles to Polaris. Boats going over the horizon. So, yeah.
You believe in a scientifically unproven globe.
Again, who the fuck are you yelling at, man? Who are you screaming at? There's no one around you.
That is held together by the theory of gravity. They just want to...
It's not a theory. It's a natural law, Danny. It's one of the five fundamental forces that hold our universe together.
Continue to say is a law, but never do what it takes to prove it's a law.
We have, though. We have. You're just too fucking ignorant and dishonest to accept it.
Can't even explain
or understand it
to you what it is. But we'll continue to tell you what a law it is.
Yes, the law of gravity. Is gravity a law? Yes, gravity is considered a law in science, specifically referred to as Newton's law of universal gravitation. Yes, and it's been confirmed and substantiated and quantified by the Cavendish experiment. So you're dumb and you don't have any interest in becoming smart, which makes you dumber. So that's all I have for you guys. Hold on a second. I got a cough. I've got the link to the GoFundMe in the description if you guys want to donate to that. Waiting on payday to get the rails for the CNC, and so because of that, I'm also waiting to print the rest of the CNC machine. And PayPal links in there too, and Discord. If you're not subscribed to the Discord, if you aren't on my Discord, get on there. And I post stuff there occasionally, and other people do. So thanks for watching, guys. That's all I have for you. You have a good day. And as always,